Wendy with a notebook, Wendy with a pen, digging through the dark where the secret's been. Questions fly like bullets, truth cuts deep in the shadows where nightmares creep. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in their veins and the trust in their eyes. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned.
Here was Beanie Politan.
Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in the face. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride.
You can't talk about the jury in a current case. You can't do that. You're putting the jurors' lives in danger.
Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned, no mystery safe. Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in their veins and the trust in their eyes. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Late nights burn bright under the moon. Answers buried deep, they'll find them soon.
Here is the buffer zone
Glory on a darkened stage.
right here.
Randy and Wendy
And if you are wearing a Karen Reed shirt or hat, you get arrested.
And that's wrong. And you could cause a mistrial.
And that's wrong. And you can cause a mistrial.
Merv, you're so dumb. And I love that I get to say that every time we go live, and every time. You're so dumb.
Every time, because that's how the song ends. And so that's the last thing,
Her and
that's
Charlie.
the last thing that is said. And I just, I can't not respond to it every time. It's great.
Same.
Speaking of
Fine.
true crime that we're not talking about, is anybody following the Brian Walsh case that's going
Are
on
you
right now
kidding me?
out of good old Massachusetts?
Look, if it hadn't been, and hey everybody, thank you for being here. Hey my buddy. Listen,
Hey guys, hi Freeside. Hey
Had it
Amber,
not-
good to see you. Hey, thank you. Next,
everybody's, crunching numbers for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that, including myself. I would have so went to that trial. What are you talking about, sir? What?
she
What?
just died, Randy. She just died.
And he
Just-
broke nervous and chopped her up.
Yeah,
No
he's
big
just
deal.
nervous. Just the poor guy's just nervous. That's all.
Places.
Yeah, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do.
And you know what? You're talking to somebody who is a panicker. I'm a
I didn't know what
panicker.
to do, so I chopped her up. I googled a bunch of shit about how long does it take before a body smells. That's weird. That's not anything. That's
Yeah.
not suspicious.
I thought about keeping her until I Googled that. And then,
But yeah, she just sudden death. She just died for no reason. Just up and died.
I didn't want to know why I didn't want an autopsy. Piss on it.
And she was having an affair. And what? No problem.
We
were
talked about it.
pals.
We were good.
We were
Lacey
good with
knew,
it.
just like Lacey Peterson knew her
Totally
husband
fine.
was cheating. She was fine with it.
She just died. I love that. He chopped her up and that's supposed to be separate than the murder
Yeah.
charge. Oh my God. What? a
Chop and run is
disaster.
legit. To be
Chop and run. And the funniest part to me is that our good friend, former trooper Michael Proctor, was part of the investigation. So I'm sure it was flawless.
right. There's a chance he may go free because of that. But at least we all know the truth. Allegedly.
She just died. She just up and died.
You know how people just die?
Sometimes people just die by surprise. So I didn't know what to do. Couldn't
We've all
think of
been there.
anything.
Can you imagine if that happened to me as much as I panic? We're on this phone call. Everybody's quiet. And they're like, "What's everybody's name?" And I'm like, "I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Randy Stewart. Do you need me to spell it?"
Randy is a panicker. She is. She
am,
definitely does panic.
I don't think I
I'm
could-
usually the person who thinks, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Really? What really, really are you gonna do if I don't say my name? Nothing. You can do damn things. I don't need
Yeah.
to say my name.
Randall is my emergency contact. Check.
She's a panicker. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
You'll both be on the run before
Yeah, me and
before I
Summer was
even hear
having
about it.
a conversation today that may or may not have something to do with getting rid of her husband. But anyway,
What?
she's like, yeah, I said it really fast. So, if something happens to her husband, it was an accident. Anyway,
Whose husband? What are you talking about?
my friend Summer.
Oh,
And she's like, I can't do it with you because you panic and run your mouth. I'm like, no. First, I got really offended.
I don't think you're offended. It's dead on accurate. And Randy's all, what? Excuse me?
You
How
know I
dare
have
you.
your back.
How dare you, ma'am?
Yeah.
Don't do it, Summer. It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. We decided to keep him.
Well,
Yeah,
good.
you've done
Phew.
your part. Check.
Thank God.
Can you imagine somebody that you had to love at one time whooping out a chainsaw? But I'm assuming it was a chainsaw. He may have used a butter knife, Ron. I don't know. But
Well, they laid out the equipment. It was quite graphic and disgusting, of course. Nothing electric that I saw.
oh no.
Hand powered tools that sawing things back and forth. It couldn't have been pretty. I don't understand. Like, it never occurred to you to call 911. Nothing occurred to you to do that.
Nothing at any point so you thought, you know what? The cops usually handle stuff like this.
Nothing that goes through my thing. There's got to be somebody else. There's got to be an easier way. People die all the time. I don't usually hear about it being this hard.
I mean, I went to Judy's funeral. Maybe I should have a funeral. I don't know.
Maybe I shouldn't have chopped her all up. I don't know. So the lover took the stage, took the stand, not the stage. So sorry. A little Freudian slip there. Took the stand yesterday and, discussed their shenanigans, their little online and offline shenanigans.
Mm.
And I guess none of this is weird. It's totally normal. Totally normal. She just dropped dead. So anyway, yeah, that's the case. I'm kind of watching. I'm in and out. I've not kept up great. What I'm really all about right now are the Sarah Boone calls that have been leaked.
She is.
I'm all the way down the rabbit hole. I can't stop listening to them.
Well, next week we're going to go live on your channel.
We need to. Yeah, we should. We'll go live on my channel and we'll listen to some of these calls because I think that don't listen to them ahead of time. We'll do them on my channel.
Yeah.
And we'll go through them together because they are fantastic.
Will we roast her? Possibly.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Am I thinking about
I'll bring back all the emojis. I'll bring back the Dr. Pepper emoji. I'll bring back the little mints emoji. We'll bring them all back because
I still have my 5 mints beside me. I do for my Christmas tree. I'm gonna put it on there this year. I'm really gonna do it this time.
She was jealous. She would be very sad to hear that because she was out and about. I'm not sure why. She must have been being transferred back and forth to court or something. And she saw, fast food signs and it made her cry. She was very sad about that. That people just get to have fast food and she has to have, bread and water.
Well, she'd be really sad if she knew about the Grinch salt at McDonald's right now because it's good. It's pickle salt.
Will we make her a song? Yes, we will. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. That would be fantastic. Please
because
do.
you deserve that.
Oh, and she's so horrible. I mean, as if she wasn't horrible. Like we already knew that she was horrible, but she's terrible because she's only got these like handful of people that are even willing to do anything for her, and she makes them do everything. She makes them look up all the case law and all the crap, and when they don't have time or they can't get it done in her timeline, she gets really mad at them and treats them like shit. And then Lana, the lady who had the kidney, remember you guys? There was a lady who was came and spoke at Sarah's sentencing to prove that Sarah wasn't a narcissist because Sarah agreed to give her a kidney if she could. That lady died. She's gone. And Sarah's response was, ask me if I care. Like, she's she's horrible. She's horrible. And every time I watch the suitcase video, I'm more and more enraged.
Yes.
That man could barely fucking breathe. Every breath he took was to try to tell her he couldn't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And she's over there sloppy drunk. That's what it feels like when you strangle me. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Oh, you get everything you deserve, you bitch. Everything you deserve.
I'm going to record Skeet and baby girl with their little argument and see that he's 4, she's 2, and that's exactly what their little fight sound. Nana, nana, boo, boo.
Yeah, just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. And you could hear him take as much breath as he possibly could just to say the words, I can't breathe, Sarah. I can't breathe. And she didn't give a shit. Then she left him there. Like, I don't know why I'm more enraged now than I was at the trial.
Oh, no, I was enraged at the trial. If you had been in there with his mom, oh, gosh.
I'm sure I was enraged because I
Yeah,
went back and actually watched some of the streams that we did just because I felt like, rewatching some of that. And especially her statement about how, she's a piece of art forged by God himself, and that she forgives everybody, and that's her pieces of gold. It's so big of her. And one of the calls, mind you, is her running over that speech with her buddy, her pal, Peter, and practicing with him. And he's telling her, yeah, that's great. Do it.
So Peter's a troll.
Because he's obviously been trolling the hell out of her, which is true because he's now dumped all their calls. So thank you, Peter. We appreciate you. We appreciate your contribution to the project.
And if you ever hear my voice on there, mind your business, okay? I'm doing the best I can. Yes, I think you should appeal it. Yes, I do. Keep going. keep going, dummy.
Stupid. Then she got wind. I guess most recently she got wind that James Owens, our good friend James Owens, I guess he was talking a little shit about her. She's very mad about it. She's not happy about that at all. I guess James Owens was running his mouth and, talking a little shit. And really, frankly, who can blame him?
Not me. I wish it was with me. Golly.
Right.
I would have loved to.
Call me up, James. I'll listen to you.
Yes. We could have a great conversation. I have so many questions I wanted to ask you, but couldn't.
Well, and was any of this worth it for him? He lost a ton of money. I'm sure. He's a laughing stock now. And he didn't get famous at all. He was supposed to make his millions on a book or whatever. He didn't do shit.
Right. She gave him no material to work with, really, for a book. I mean, because there was really no legit reason. There was no, she wanted a battered spouse syndrome, which she didn't have.
No. And he's the idiot who told her to go for it. I would have said, I'm leaving. Take the plea.
Right. He did tell her to take the plea.
But then he sat there and still defended her. I bet if he would have said, I'm leaving, you don't need me, take this plea, thank God for it every day. It's the best you're going to get. There's nothing I can do for you. If he had said anything like that to her, if he had any integrity at all, he would have said that to her.
And I think the trial would have been postponed. Hey, Metallic, and
it would not have been postponed. Kranik wasn't about to postpone it, and he was making her go pro se. We're starting October 2nd, period.
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah. He wasn't letting her postpone. He didn't even let James postpone. Hey, Metallic. He didn't even let James Owens postpone it when he's like, I'm brand new to this case, Your Honor. I've only been here 45 minutes. And the judge is also so what? I'll see you on October 2nd.
He's like, in the words of the playground at the kindergarten, too bad, so sad.
Right.
See you in the beginning.
Tell your mama and your dad. Too bad. You're not too bad.
Oh.
I just made that part up, but it works. Works, doesn't it? Works.
Really? I thought, well, I didn't know all that. That's better.
No, I just made that up.
It's really good.
It's mine. If you see anybody else using it, Johnny Depp, I'm looking at you. If you see anybody else using it, it's mine.
Remember Diane's like, Johnny dead. He
He stole your song. He did. That's mine.
Oh my
The
gosh.
big C.
I needed to laugh. I can't believe because I've been a little blah blah. And I can't believe oh me too. Are you watching the 50 Cent
I'm
documentary?
not. No, I
Diddy?
haven't been. No.
I'm on episode 2.
Well, Netflix just bought out Warner Brothers. Is it Warner? No, yeah, I guess with James Dunn. Is that who it is? Why can't I think of the people now? Sweet will tell me. All the DC, all the Batman, the Harry Potters, everybody. Netflix just bought all of
Oh.
that. So Netflix is about to be rich. Richer, I guess. They're
richer,
already
yeah.
rich. But yeah, they're about to have everything. So if you aren't subscribed to Netflix, you probably will be in the next year.
Tawanda.
Hey,
Well,
Tawanda.
last night on Netflix, I finished. I had been wanting to watch it for a very long time. I finished The Big C, and I didn't know that I was on the last season. I didn't mean to finish it, and so I'm in bed crying my eyes out. Oh,
Does it end bad?
well, I mean, I don't want to tell the ending if you haven't seen it. It's a show,
No, I haven't seen it.
but I
Yes,
mean,
Warner Brothers and HBO Max. 72 billion with a B.
oh my gosh.
Dang. Well, I mean, but Warner Brothers and HBO Max, their portfolio is gigantic. Everything is on those two sites.
Are they
Like,
going to
they
shut
do
down
everything.
HBO Max? Are we going to have to stop paying for HBO Max?
That's what I'm thinking. It's going to be on Netflix now, is what I'm saying. So I bet you're going to have to cancel your HBO Max and go to Netflix, or maybe it'll be one and the same. If you have a HBO Max, maybe it'll work for Netflix. I don't know.
Welcome to Wanda. I know, Netflix. Remember when everybody, your cousins, people that you'd worked with could sign in your Netflix?
I remember the days of Netflix when they send you DVDs in the mail, man. I remember those days for Netflix.
I didn't have my sister had Netflix then, and I'm like, oh, she's bougie.
Yeah, it was
I
fancy. It was. And you go, you have a queue, and you put your little 5 movies that you want to watch all in the queue, and then when you go watch them, and then you just send them back, and then they send you the next one. And sometimes you get one that's all scratched, and you have to tell them and send it back, and they send you a new one. And then all of that. Now it sounds like I'm talking about something out of the Jurassic era, but really that's how it was.
So on Friday, December 19th on the Netflix is the Jake Paul fight, and he is fighting a professional boxer that is really he's bigger than him. I am so excited.
Yeah. Well, good.
I mean, I live for this stuff, and especially when it's on Netflix and I don't have to pay $70.
Yes. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, I didn't realize you
Yeah.
had to pay that much. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty high to
Yeah.
watch those, and but I like to watch like every single bit of the fights too, especially when you pay for it. If it's on Netflix, you could skip and you won't feel. But
Right. Yeah.
Jim's like, ugh. I'm like, you shut up, sir. I don't ask much of you.
All right. So Candace, what has she
Candace.
been up to?
So she has, as we know, since Charlie was assassinated, not stopped talking about him.
Right.
And not stopped talking about Turning Point USA. She immediately turned on them, and it was because they didn't want her on their stage because she would go off script and say stuff that they didn't agree with and didn't like.
Yeah.
But Charlie did love her. They were friends. So finally, after 3 months, Turning Point responded. So what I want us to do is listen to, and we got to make sure we do commentary, but we are going to respond to her response.
Oh, get rid of that person. Wow, you're lame, Rooster. You're so stupid.
Wait, why don't we offer them a link? Let's do
They're
that.
not going to take a link.
Hey, come up here. Hey, big boy. You're supposed to be a man, right? Why don't you come up here and let me show you how fragile my
so
ego is.
dumb. You're so stupid. Really?
Come up here.
You're coming in here talking about Randy's hair? Like, do you?
What about my
do you-
hair?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Your
can
hair
see
looks
it.
terrible, according to someone named Rooster. Are you devastated?
I thought you were a man, somebody's husband. What do you care about my hair?
So stupid. God, go away. All right. Anyways, back to something important. Candace.
Okay,
So Turning
boo.
Point has finally responded, and I guess they're none too pleased.
Right. And they have said that they're going to face off, and we're going to listen to all that. Of course, we'll speed it up. We're going to respond to her responding to their response.
Okay.
Get it? Got
good.
it? Good.
Love it. I love it. Let's do it.
But hey, chicken shit, if you decide to take a link and be real, I will completely turn this around and let you up here to face me, and I'll show you exactly how weak I am.
Yeah. Or you could just
And
go find a life and go do something else.
you do need a life, but if
I'm embarrassed for you, like for real.
and I'm going to turn my camera on and you turn your camera on, Hollis, and we'll see whose hair looks better.
Yeah. Or we could ignore the troll. It's also an option.
Or
But
we could do
whatever.
that.
Totally understand. If you want to face off with Rooster, I will sit back quietly and let you do it.
Anybody
Something
that
tells
calls
me-
themselves Rooster, something tells me they're not going to take me up
Yeah,
on.
something tells me they're not going to rush up here too quickly, so I'm not too
Yeah.
worried about it. I'm embarrassed, actually, like honestly embarrassed. Tag me in a whole community post, not a single person liked it. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
dude, do you know who I am? Like, how in the world are you tagging me and shit and not one person likes it? Meanwhile, Randy puts up a picture just taken out of nowhere about her hair. She's got 100 likes in 10 minutes.
I haven't looked. I need to go look at it
Looks
since I posted
stunning.
it.
Your hair looks beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dumbass named Rooster. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. Bring a real troll next time. God.
Yeah. Way to humiliate yourself again.
Embarrassing.
Felt that Blake Neff is one of the bad guys. Okay. I just have never gotten that particular vibe from him.
You know what?
I
Her
believe
smug
that when
face is so fucking slappable. I know.
And-
I'm already pissed.
And you're gonna get more pissed because she does use Vibe and my Vibe check and
Oh,
blah,
shut
blah.
up with your stupid ass vibe check. Put some proof out, Candace.
Sandra. Yeah. Put some proof out. She has said that now that they were trying to assassinate her. Now she said she showed proof. Why has no one been arrested? You know why, Candace? Because you haven't shown proof.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Proof? Proof that somebody wants to assassinate you? Where's this proof? Let me guess. You had a dream. Fuck off.
She's going to mention the dream too, so just buckle
Oh
in.
my God. All right, fine. I'm going to mute.
he
I'm
speaks,
already
he
mad.
believes that he is telling the truth. And maybe that's why they want him in front of the camera. He's been the only person that has been responding in a way that feels even remotely authentic when he defends the actions of Mikey McCoy on that day. I sense that he believes that he is telling the truth. Anyways.
And let me be clear. Mikey McCoy got the hell out of Dodge and put his phone to his ear. Later made a video about what was happening, and that makes him public enemy number 1 to Candace and in on it.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up.
You know how
Candace.
much sense you make, Candace? 0. Less than 0. And I want you, ma'am, to answer my question on Twitter. Who are you talking about?
Let's listen to what Blake.
Why don't someone hold her accountable and make her answer for the bullshit that she says?
Right, because it is bullshit. She has not put out a shred of proof of anything. Everything is a vibe check or something in her gut or an anonymous source or some stupid, non-real thing.
Yes.
And meanwhile, you're making money hand over fist. I hope Turning Point sues the fuck out of you, and I hope you have to give every dime and dollar to them. I hope you do.
You've made off Charlie Kirk's dead body.
Absolutely. I hope you have to give them every fucking dime and dollar.
I'm sick of her. And the guy that's mad at her that she says is out to, that's put a hit on her. It's the one that with proof. She said, I'm going to prove that his wife is a man. I got my resources are telling me.
His
I can
wife is a
prove
man,
it.
and what does that have to do with anything? And
Well, they came out and proved that his wife was born female, is a female, has always been a female, and Candace has never once said, "I'm sorry, I was wrong," anything. Where was all the proof you had? Her proof was showing that she had a brother.
oh, for goodness sake. Did she
Occasionally.
apologize?
No.
Of course not. Of course not.
Yeah, she would show up. Candace don't want to come up here. She's much smarter than me. She can, but I don't know on this topic if she could out talk me. I don't know.
Well, here's what she won't do is get up and show any proof, because that's going to be my only question.
Yes.
I want to see exactly the proof that you have. Please show it. Please
You've
and
had
thank you.
3 months, ma'am.
And I will
3
sit here
months.
quietly and wait until you pull it up. Go ahead, ma'am. You have the floor. And you know what I'll hear? About her dreams and her vibes and all her other crap. And I won't see a shred of evidence.
And how terrible Turning Point is. Even though you wanted on that stage, you wanted to be part of it, they didn't want you, and that's what you're salty about.
Right.
And
You loved them. You thought they were fantastic.
and you found a way to become the #1 podcast in America, and you did it off your friend's back.
Disgusting.
Yes. What have you talked about in the last 3 months? Because later on, she's going to tell us all. I talk about a bunch of different things. I talk about this and this and this and this and this and this. Not since Charlie was assassinated, you haven't. Not one time.
To say in its entirety. It's not going to feel organic. Obviously, he's reading from a piece of paper. This has probably been reviewed 12 times by many different lawyers, because that's how it works at big organizations and companies. But it's a bit.
Only get to
Point USA.
Right, here we go.
Owens.
Here is Blake Neff.
Ever since Charlie's murder, Candace Owens has leveled a flood of allegations against people at Turning Point USA, people at Turning Point Action, and people who work for this show. She's made them against some of Charlie's closest friends and against some of his most dedicated employees.
Yes.
She has suggested that Michael McCoy, Charlie's chief of staff, knew Charlie would be murdered, was happy that he died, and stayed silent because he was told he would be the next Charlie. She has suggested Michael is not his real name. It is. I have seen his birth certificate myself.
And she did all this. Look at her just sitting there.
Look at her. Yeah, look at her just sitting there like, and what? I mean,
Right.
what says you? What says you, Candace?
What is it? Freedom of speech? Freedom of speech?
He has called it
I mean,
suspicious
you
that
straight up
Mikey's
lied.
wife,
You
who
straight
works
up
at Turning
lied.
Point, helped plan the campus tour event where Charlie was murdered, which she didn't, by the way. She doesn't work on campus events.
No, what's that, Candace? Let's play that again. Did you make that up, or did someone tell you that?
Tour event where Charlie was murdered, which she didn't, by the way. She doesn't work on campus events.
Okay, so first and foremost, I actually never said that she helped plan the event. I said it was suspicious that Mikey McCoy's wife, that we never found out who did plan the event. That was one of the answers that we wanted to know.
No, ma'am. You said that Mikey McCoy's wife helped plan it, which is how he had the heads up and the phone to his ear. You said that.
I said that she works in events. Still was not clear on what happened regarding Mikey McCoy. I think the entire world believes that his actions are suspicious because we have eyes.
I'm sorry, I don't. I'm sorry. You hear a gunshot, see someone fall over, and you take off? You walk? Is that suspicious? I don't think it's suspicious.
And you don't get to wiggle out of that by pretending that us playing the words of his own father, Rob McCoy, who I think is highly suspicious in all of this. He has a suspicious background. We played his own words as he tried to sanitize someone who spent time in prison for being a sexual deviant, right? For trying to take photos of young girls. I don't think he's a good guy, and you're not going to make us forget those things because you are trying to pretend that Mikey's actions were totally normal that day. They weren't. That's why I didn't make the public feel that way. Okay.
Yes, you did. You zoomed in on one person's actions when there was 100 different actions going on. Yes, you did.
I may have voiced how they felt, which everyone else is refusing to do, but I do believe that Mikey McCoy should have to answer for who he had on the phone right when the shot went off. So
Why? Wendy, can you tell me why he would have to answer to who he had on the phone?
Yeah, here's the answer. None of your fucking business. Next.
yeah, his father, his own father, is the one that spoke about Charlie's notebooks and spoke about how Mikey McCoy was talented. And it was Mikey McCoy who then jumped on Liberty University's stage for an event that was scheduled for Charlie Kirk. So there you go. That's our perspective. And I'm going to stand by it. Let's keep it rolling.
Candace has suggested the Utah Valley University event was unusual and its details suggested a, quote, inside job.
It was unusual. That's a fact. And you can quote me on that because I worked for Turning Point USA and I went on every tour since 2019. And typically those events are decided at least the semester before. This came together very quickly. It is unusual. And I don't know why you think.
No, you weren't in on this one because they didn't want you speaking with them anymore. And in fact, the last time you went on tour with them, you were silenced and not allowed to speak anymore, Candace. So tell the truth of why you're mad.
That you are going to be able to disprove that notion when I have the emails to support that claim. Let's keep it rolling.
She has claimed that foreign aircraft have followed Erica Kirk around the country and that Turning Point has lied about this happening.
Definitely never said Turning Point lied because you never responded. So that doesn't
Get this, Wendy, get this.
actually make any sense. And this is why it's not good to have lawyers write things out because sometimes they're not so detail oriented. What we
Do tell about what a coincidence it is that the Egyptian airplanes started their engine about the same time. And somehow has anything to do with his assassination or anything to do with the person who assassinated him.
did was we showed at first that when I plotted these strange Egyptian jets that they were following Charlie. And that was a concern because I wondered if they were tracking Charlie. We then obviously realized that they were tracking TPUSA faith events and that many more times they were following and perhaps tracking Erica. You should be concerned about that. We find it odd that rather than being concerned or trying to get answers to why a foreign military jet would be on the ground during a time when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, you're upset with us for asking questions about these jets. Let's keep rolling.
No, research it instead of putting it out there as a scare tactic. Now you've got people looking, I think that Erica should be highly afraid these Egyptian planes are following her around. Prove it. Show it.
And she hides it all under the guise of we're just asking questions. We're just asking questions. No, you're setting out you're planting seeds is what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And based on nothing more than your fucked up brain. I'm sorry, your brain telling you that these are good ideas.
Yes, it's a very old tactic where you plant the seeds and then you slowly water the seeds. And you water the seeds every single day. You come on and you drip some water on the seeds. These suspicious planes.
Yeah, zombie, you're right. Yeah, exactly. I don't fuck with trolls that no one's ever heard of. Like, I'm sorry, we're big. We don't fuck with little trolls. We fuck with real trolls. So, sorry if that sounds, what does that sound like? I have an ego? Maybe I do, but I've been here long enough to not be bothered by a troll that literally no one's heard of.
Oh, as soon as you say you're not going to take a link, chicken shit, you're gone.
Yeah,
See ya.
bye. We have real
Is it-
trolls. We love
yeah.
our real trolls in here. A real troll can come in anytime, not some
Yeah.
fake wannabe troll that just decided to create a username yesterday. Nah, sorry.
That wants to talk about something we talked about like what 2 months ago or whatever. However long it's been.
Who knows? All they want to talk about is your hair. Apparently, I don't understand that. That's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
So, the one thing that I have going for me right now is my hair. Just it didn't fall out. I'm doing okay now.
Yeah, we're not gonna waste our time with trolls that make no sense. Sorry.
No.
Sorry. Our mod can do whatever the fuck they want, Rachel. Why don't you take your husband and go do something wifely with him.
Your husband is a fucking loser.
And you kind of are too, Miss Rachel.
Yeah,
You kind of are too. And our
yeah.
mods can do whatever the fuck they want.
I hate
So
to
why don't you
break it to you.
excuse yourself right out of here too? Bye.
Yeah.
You're another
You
one
and your
I don't need
husband
to
are
fuck
both
with.
losers. And if you and I offered you a link last time you came in here, and I will gladly give you another link. I mean, offer you another link. Hey, Patty,
Hey,
come on up
Patty.
and tell me about myself. Come on up. But your husband you would never catch my husband trolling on the internet. Your husband is a fucking loser.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
I'm
for both of you.
embarrassed for you. And I'm also embarrassed for
Really?
that duck face picture that you put on your profile.
Oh God. Yeah, tell us more about Randy's hair.
Yeah. Talk about my hair with your wife sticking her lips out with a big flamingo Christmas tree. Do that.
Oh man, please go find a life. Go find one.
Yes.
Damn, that's hilarious.
I didn't know. No, people don't do the duck face, all except for apparently if that's really Rachel's picture, she does the duck face.
Someone told her it was cute. Probably
Yeah.
Rooster.
I bet your husband told you was pretty, didn't he? And I bet you're a badass. You go in there and you get them women. You get them. And your husband says, your hair's ugly. Okay. Moving on.
Anyways, back to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, her hands are shaking. She can't type now. I'm gonna make you make a strongly worded community post about me, ma'am. Go on.
Yeah, make sure
Shoot
you
now.
tag me so you can get anybody to look at it, but still, honestly.
Yeah, tag me too. I'll play with you. Wendy won't.
Yeah, I don't play with people. No. You got to be bigger than that. Not, one subscriber. No
I don't care.
likes.
You could have like 0 subscribers, and if you take a link, we're going. I don't care.
Well,
about
yeah, but
that.
they won't take a link. Link is off the table. I don't even consider that. Sure, if you take a
Yeah.
link, come on up, but they won't.
That's
So, already you're just weak and embarrassing.
I mean,
It's
yes,
embarrassing. I'm embarrassed.
I would, and I respect. I don't know that anyone has ever taken the link, but I would have so much respect for someone who did.
Yeah.
That's not true. I did have someone take a link one time. When I was going at Healthy Family Force, they took the link, and I'm like, I liked her ever since then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's amazing how that works out. I bet Rooster and Rachel have no idea why they don't like us. Just because Ash told them not to, or whatever the fucking reason is.
No, Pillow, you're not horrible. I love you.
We love trolls. We have trolls in here all the time, but
yeah,
not weak, lazy, embarrassing ones. Sorry.
Not ones
That's
that want to.
embarrassing.
What are you trying to get us to go with Republican Ash? Leave Ash alone. She's been through enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming, did you? Okay, here we go.
She has accused us of lying about Charlie wanting Erica to take over for him if he died.
Yeah, you did.
Never happened.
Yes, you did.
That is not a quotation. That is just them saying that. So let's keep rolling.
She has suggested Charlie's security team intentionally denied him first aid after the shooting
Yes, she did. Even though his security team, which she never talked about, gave an interview and said how it made them feel.
to ensure that he died.
When you say suggested, it means that they are interpreting my words. What I said is another fact. They did not issue him first aid when he fell down. There was nobody who pulled out any gauze and tried to stop the bleeding. And they've admitted to that in a sit down with Sean Ryan, Brian.
And this is where she's lying, because you know what he did? He put his finger in the bullet hole to stop the bleeding.
Right. I mean, who's sitting? Is someone supposed to be sitting behind him with a back pocket full of gauze?
Yeah, he didn't have any gauze, so he used his finger, Candace, and he explained exactly how quickly it all happened and what he did to try to save his friend, who he said was pretty much gone when he hit the ground. But you got these people in her chat, which I do not understand, who didn't even go and listen to the interview for themselves to hear what he said and how he started crying and got choked up because of what he saw and how many seconds it took him to get to him, and that
Can
he
you
was
imagine
willing to
he has
take the
to
next
live
bullet.
and has to live with that for the rest of his life? Like that, not that he did anything wrong, but I'm saying live with that experience. Now, that's stuff he's never going to unsee. He's never going to not feel that, what it felt like to have his
Exactly.
fingers in that guy in Charlie's neck.
Yes.
Like he's going to feel that and experience that for the rest of his life. And this bitch has nothing better to do than to try to make it seem like people wanted him dead. His own people.
And at this one point right here, you couldn't have said, you know what he did say, and I shouldn't have said that. I was upset because I lost a friend. This would have been your opportunity, Candace, to at least walk one thing back. But no, you flat out lied.
You're right, sweet. I'm sorry. I'll rein it in. She makes me so mad, this woman. She makes me so mad. All for money, too.
All
Don't
from
think I don't
money.
see dollar signs in those eyes, ma'am. That's all I see are dollar signs.
Yeah.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's all I see.
Harpole said it was because of the severity of the injury. I'm sorry again that we noticed something that stood out as unusual, given the expertise and the amount.
Jumped right on top of him. What was unusual, Candace? Where were you? I know you
Right.
were there getting ready
What-
to do your show, but
What
you
was
certainly
unusual? Nobody around him. He wasn't surrounded by medics. He was surrounded by family and friends and supporters. Like, you know what I mean?
But actually,
Nobody expected him to get shot that day.
no, but his security were medics. You know, they were trained. I don't know if they would be considered medics, but they were trained. He knew what to do, and he did it. Unfortunately, it was just a dead shot. It was just
Too late to do anything.
yeah.
of money that he was paying that supposed to be an elite team. Let's keep rolling.
She is
What were they supposed to do? You know, hear the gun before it shot? What?
raised suspicions about the head of our technical team because he took an SD card out of a camera. She has spread absurd claims that Tyler Boyer, who we just had on the show, sexually abuses male interns.
Okay, so yes, the SD card thing is unbelievably suspicious. It's not something that you would do. Neither would you just run up onto a grassy knoll and record yourself. Again, these are unusual actions, and rather than
In this day and age, yeah, you would. You would run up, and I think he was probably live streaming, saying that Charlie just got shot. Second of all, he took the card and he handed it to the FBI. You, on the other hand, Candace, thought he should have handed it to you. Your words, not mine. You
Wow.
said you didn't get to see it before it was handed over. But then later on, yes. But then she later on said that she saw the footage. So which is it? Did you see
Why
it?
should anyone hand her anything instead of the FBI? Like, if they handed it over to the FBI, why is that a bad? Just because it didn't get in little Miss's hands right here?
Right.
Wow. Wow,
when
wow, wow.
when have you been an investigator? Never. Everything you're going on is people who send you emails. This is suspicious and that is suspicious and this is suspicious. And everything has been suspicious to you, Candace, because sometimes the easiest truth is the truth. And it's sad, but it's true.
She wants so badly to keep this dragging on because this is the most money she's ever made in her life.
Yes. And I guarantee you she's working a book. Guarantee you. How they
Good.
tried
Well,
to
then they can
take
slam you.
me
They
out.
can sue you for libel too. That'll be great.
It didn't take the White House several hours to announce that Charlie Kirk was dead. They wanted to inform his family first before they announced it, and they did. And it was less than an hour.
and trying to pretend like it's normal to record a selfie video of yourself and to prematurely announce that somebody is dead, maybe you should answer why all of that took
He
place.
didn't announce that he was dead. Candace, and you know that. You know how I know? I was watching your Twitter because I was worried because I knew what a good friend what good friends you and Charlie were.
Because you guys told verifiable lies about why that took place. Because don't forget, Andrew Colvett sat next to you and said it was because people were stealing. People were stealing. You probably would want to grab the very expensive cameras and not the SD card for an event that was being live streamed. Regarding Tyler Boyer, I'm so glad we're going to do this live streamed because I'm happy to present to you the exact name of the intern. And I didn't say that he abused him. I didn't say it was not consensual. I said that he likes younger boys. I don't mean like younger as in they're not of the legal age.
And you've put out zero proof of that. Zero.
So
proof.
it's okay. So younger boys, which plants a seed, but she's trying to say she's backtracking that and saying that he wasn't of age. So basically, then it's just dirty gossip that you want to try to smear this guy's name because he had a relationship with somebody that was of age of consent.
Oh yeah, and gay. That would be.
Oh no, God
Yeah.
forbid.
Yeah.
The scandal.
Yeah.
Wow, Candace, just stop talking.
She will not stop.
Age. I'm just saying they're a lot younger than him. And yeah, I can give you the exact name of the intern that he hooked up with. That person was not at Turning Point USA. But I can also give you more than that, as well as people that are currently working for Turning Point USA.
Hey, big girl, then do it. Put names out.
Please, put some names out. Put some proof out. And honestly, I don't give a fuck who people are sleeping with. Why would I care? What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, I don't see how that's affecting her life at all.
If this is a minor and something illegal is happening, by all means, you should have gone to the police already, not your podcast, A. And B, if these are people of age, I don't give a shit if they're older or younger. Don't care. Why do you care, ma'am, is the question. Who cares? Who cares who's sleeping with anybody? I don't need to know that.
But if you can make him look like a predator, hey, that's a win-win for you, right? Exactly.
But how are you going to do that when this person is of age?
Right.
They're of age. They're old enough to make their own decisions, ma'am. They don't need a mommy.
But she's just now coming out and saying that. Before it was just much younger.
Right. To make it look like it was something salacious. Yeah. Get out of here.
Who said that Tyler Boyer and these are young men tried to hook up with them after some events. So I'm glad we're going to live stream that. Keep going.
They said it, or you can prove it. They said it. Will they come on your show and say it again? You're going to have to prove it. And then here's what else she says. They say they go for my pockets. They want to make sure, they want to break me. They want to take all my money. No, don't say slanderous things that you cannot prove.
I don't know how you sleep at night making the money you do off of Charlie. And the shit that you say. I don't even know how you can look at yourself in a mirror with the dirty tactics that you are using to get money off of your dead friend.
His immediate family was not there, and his parents weren't there either, Zombie. Hey, Stitching Girl.
She has suggested that TPUSA faith-affiliated pastors, like theologian Frank Turek, who we'll have on in a moment, and Pastor Rob McCoy, are part of a military, quote, infiltration of Turning Point, either because they are veterans or because they have family members who are.
Yeah, so I do believe the Calvary Chapel, their history with Chuck Smith, the evidence that it was a militant CIA effort to infiltrate the Christian faith. And
oh my gosh. Wow.
Again, these people are in her chat throwing her hundreds upon hundreds of dollars saying, yep, CIA. Sure. You know what? They don't bother any other churches, but they're bothering this organization. There's bigger organizations than Turning Point, believe it or not.
Listen, I have inside scoop stuff with it when it comes to Calvary Chapels for years and years and years. I actually know Chuck Smith. I know some of the players that she's talking about right now. Inside scoop, not a single hint of military takeover or CIA or anything has ever ever been talked about. That's just a lie. You're just making that up.
Well, one of her mom chair detectives may have told her that, you know? You
Well,
can't
because they
go.
have family that's in the military and we support the military. And like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Just shut up.
Listen to yourself. You don't like the preacher because he called you out and said that Charlie liked you, but he didn't agree with everything. You were mad because you didn't get to speak at his memorial. Tell the truth. You'll never tell the truth.
Hey, Pink. Good to see you, honey. Never. Or put out some proof.
Yeah.
Put out
Show
any
us about
proof.
the
Tell us
CIA trying to
anything.
take down this
Yes,
organization.
tell us more about how the CIA is trying to infiltrate Calvary Chapel. Please. Please tell us that.
To tie the Christian faith to the political ideology of Zionism. I think there's a lot of evidence for that. And I'm happy to discuss that in a broader debate. I do think that things at Turning Point USA became a bit problematic when you started to, I would say, almost hijack genuine Christian faith and sort of roll it into this idea that you must support Israel in order to be a Christian. That's kind of floating into more opinion, but I think well backed by
Yes,
the facts of the founding of the Calvary Chapel Church during the decade of the 60s, where the CIA was really just spiking the ball on Christians in general. Let's keep going.
Look at that smug.
I knew. That's why I paused it. She smugged, and I was like, pause.
That smug piece of shit. She doesn't know what the hell she's saying. I don't even know what that means. What is spiking the ball at Christians? What does that even mean?
Well, it's a volleyball term, and hitting them in the face.
So the CIA was hitting Christians in the face. Why?
Yeah.
For what? What are you talking about? Oh my God. I never understand anything that she's saying. She's another fucking one. Says a bunch of English words and I don't understand any of them.
Well, but if she puts out enough word salad and makes it sound smart, then the people are like, here's another 100.
Right.
Here's
And
a
she sits
couple
there
of
all smug and sassy, like I know what I'm talking about. Look at how bothered everybody is. No, ma'am,
Mhm.
you're the one who looks bothered.
Right.
He's
You
simply
are
reading a
bothered.
statement of your words, and you're over here bothered as hell.
And she's mostly bothered because they took their time, and he explains why, and I love this for her, of why they responded. They didn't think they were going to have to respond to you, Candace, because they thought that at some point you would come to your senses. They understood why you had lost your mind. They just thought you might try to get it back, but you decided not to. Why?
Right.
Because getting your mind back is not profitable, is it, ma'am?
I think, yeah, they probably figured at some point she'd just run out of steam. Okay, fine, you're done now. You got your say. Say what you want to say, whatever, be done. And then, but she's never gonna stop. She's gonna keep going and going and going because ka-ching, ka-ching. Because money.
Yeah, because money and number one podcast. You took Joe Rogan down. Good job. Good job.
Even if not everyone has been named specifically, though, Candace has effectively tarred everyone here with
Yep.
complicity in Charlie's death by repeatedly saying he was, quote, betrayed by, quote, everyone.
Wendy, I'm going to need you to take a deep breath, okay?
Dude, I'm so okay. Go ahead.
No, she's about to say something that is
Go ahead.
okay.
Repeatedly saying he was, quote, betrayed by, quote, everyone.
Sorry, that was a dream that I had. And it is also a realization that it has been months. People at Turning Point USA are in possession of text messages. And the day before Charlie died, in which he wrote out to you, and not just to people that work at Turning Point USA, but also security guards, that he thought that they were going to kill him tomorrow, explicitly. I find it.
Show the text.
Right.
And
Where are they?
Yeah.
Show them.
And
I don't give a fuck about your dream. Your dream is stupid, just like you are. Your dream is dumb. Oh, I'm not going to be soft. Fuck you and your dream. You're so ridiculous. So you had a dream and then you make I hope they sue you for every fucking penny. And if you have proof of these text messages, put them out. Where are they? Why has no one else had them? Why is no one else mentioning them? Where are they? put them out.
Yeah. If he had text saying that they were going to kill him, that's so easy to show. That is so easy to show. But you know what? They better run every text that she shows now. She's going back and she's reliving, some sweet text between her and Charlie. And yes, y'all had one dance to a Kanye song, and now she quotes Kanye. Look, I like Kanye probably more than you do, Candace, but he's not going to be my guru ever.
No.
I'm not going to take solid advice from Kanye, okay?
Highly unusual that you wouldn't share
Carla.
that information
Carla, you've been on my mind, sweetie. Good to see you.
Hey, Miss Leah,
at
and
all,
hey,
or
Carla.
that
Oh, hey, Miss Leah. Oh, good. We could see. Well, you changed your name, I think.
you would sit by and be quiet, or at some points attack people that are trying to explore who they is, because I don't think anybody believes that Charlie thought that a trans furry kid who had never been on UVU's campus was going to kill him tomorrow. And your silence during moments when people are lying, like Josh Hammer, when he said, hey, this never happened, Charlie never blinked on Israel.
He didn't say that. He said that Charlie wasn't turning on Israel. He didn't say he didn't blink. He didn't say that. He said he wasn't turning on Israel. You don't know the conversation after. I don't know, and you don't know. Why you can't accept that? Because you hate Israel, Candace. That's why. He didn't lie. Charlie absolutely said he was being pressured. And, they were pressuring him to get rid of you and Tucker because y'all are so anti-Jew. And he didn't want to do that. He wasn't the type to bow down. That there's nothing. I respect that about him. But it didn't mean that he was going to completely turn on Israel. Why can you not accept that? Because then y'all wouldn't be in 100% agreement upon his death, right? Yeah.
Makes you all look very, very suspicious. Lies are only necessary, okay, when you are covering something. And if you are covering the truth, you are betraying Charlie. So I stand by that. Let's keep going.
She has said Charlie's murder, quote, had to be approved by Charlie's friends, and then suggested those friends might have her murdered too for, quote, knowing the truth.
So you notice that's like a Snopes tactic. When he says the quote, it's actually not a full quotation. I never said that, obviously, in
Tell us the full quote. Tell us the whole thing.
Text that he put it in, that Charlie's friends, quote, had to know he was going to be murdered. That did I say the sentence, had to know he was going to be murdered? Perhaps, but we're going to need to hear the full sentence because you're trying to context it in a way that is just...
What he put in quotes was the word knowing. That's what you said. That's what he quoted her, right?
Yes. Yes, and she said the people closest to him betrayed him, and now she believes it because it came to her in a dream, and she's worried for her life. And now all of a sudden, instead of it being Turning Point USA that's after you, threatening you, it's the French guy, whatever. Okay.
Just untrue, and I don't think it's necessary. If you're willing to have a conversation that you need to lie about anything that I've said, people have watched.
He turned down a lot of money. This speaks to me. Him turning down all that money, that speaks to his character. He had a great character, and I love that. But that didn't mean that he was turning on Israel. Just because you don't take Bibi Netanyahu's money doesn't mean you hate Israel. It may just mean, hey, I'm not going to do what you tell me to do.
Show, we know exactly what I've said, and I tend to stand by what I've said, and I do stand by everything that I've said.
And I'm sorry if I came off rude. I'm sorry.
Keep going.
She has made claims of financial impropriety and fraud at Turning Point, adding up into the millions of dollars, which, again, is not true. Charlie made sure the organization was audited by a third party every year. He personally reviewed and he signed off on every expense report. And literally every single bill paid by the organization down to a single United States dollar. We have never missed a 990 deadline.
You said they did.
Okay, so immorality, like financial impropriety, does not necessarily mean that you committed true financial fraud. There's definitely financial
No. You said they missed a payment and you thought that was very odd.
propriety at the company. I would say that if you are representing yourself as a charity and what you're actually doing is evaporating millions of dollars into various LLCs that have your name on it, that would be financial impropriety, right? Like you could say, I'm a contractor, I'm this LLC, I'm that LLC. I'm not doing anything illegal, but it's inappropriate. It's
Hey, word salad. How about what are the LLCs that they're putting it into? Go ahead.
improper.
Again,
Most
if you
people
have
are
any
not
proof
able
of any
to.
of this,
Exactly. It's
I-
just her words.
it's all I'm hearing is just accusation after accusation. Eventually, are you planning to back any of this up? Like all you're doing is just saying words. How do I know any of this is true? That's all you want us to do is doubt other people and believe you, but you've given us nothing to go on but your stupid dream and vibes.
Yes. And what you think? Show what? Name 2 LLCs that they're funneling this money in.
Yeah, that they're misusing.
Yeah.
Please,
Do
by all
that.
means.
And furthermore, don't forget that you said that you thought it was just odd that after Charlie died, they missed a tax payment.
Read those forms and won't understand what's happening to the $80 million. And I think that those questions are, of course,
You're
valid.
really bothered by that 80 million, aren't you? You're really bothered. Even though if she would just take the time to look at what they bring in and how much they put out, she'll realize that that's why he dedicated his life and is not a quadzillionaire.
And that you guys should have no issues answering them. I am struck by the fact that you're still trying to conflate an annual audit with Charlie's explicit request to put together a Doge department 7 days before he died. These are not the
Show it.
same. You know they're not the same. I know they're not the same. Okay, everyone
Show it and show where they didn't pay their tax payment.
knows that Doge is not the same as the audits that are required for 501c3s, conducting an internal audit. And having you still misrepresent that makes us uncomfortable. Address the Doge. That's gotten
Who's the us? You and the people in your chat and the moms that are emailing you. That's what you said. If you cared about who killed your friend, then you would be looking at who killed your friend.
nothing to do with anything other than Charlie, right? Charlie felt that this needed to happen. And inside sources at your own company say it was because he didn't know where the money was coming from
Okay.
or how quickly and where exactly the money was being evaporated to. That passes the vibe check in terms of what Doge is about.
Oh my
because,
God.
of course, Charlie
I don't think that she realizes she's saying evaporated. If the money had evaporated, Candace, you wouldn't know about it. You know, that's what that means. It means it goes away.
Right. Just like disappears. That's not what
Yeah.
happened, obviously.
Right. Because you know about it. And the vibe with you is, again, ka-ching, ka-ching. Shame on you.
could not have been establishing Doge for the last 5 years because that's a very new concept as of 2025, something that Trump put into place with Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, right?
Absolutely. And something that Charlie defended. So you go ahead and act like he didn't. Let's go ahead and pretend that he was down with your agenda.
So yeah, you're still being dishonest, but carry on.
Candace has made other stranger allegations involving French paratroopers in maroon shirts, Egyptian Air Force planes flying out of Provo, Utah, and potential underground assassins traveling through unseen tunnels. At one point in early November, she started wildly throwing suspicion on members of Utah Valley's soccer team for wearing hoodies.
Yes. Hold on. Hold on to your pants, y'all.
Could go on. There is always something new coming up, and none of it ever pans out because from the start, there has been nothing there.
Okay, so no matter how many times you keep pretending there's nothing there at the Egyptian plains, the whole internet understands that there's something there at the Egyptian.
No, they don't.
No, they don't, ma'am. I'm part of that. No, we don't. No, we damn don't.
Golly.
Goodness.
Plains, especially because you keep
Way to
pretending like it's not
gaslight.
weird.
Look at that gaslighting. The whole internet knows. So
Right.
if you're part of the little part of the internet that doesn't know or doesn't believe, you're on the outs. That's gaslighting. That's what that is. Stop it.
Like, you're just like, it's not weird. No, this is normal. It's totally fine that these Egyptian planes. And also, by the way, today it broke that the Saudi king was on this plane at some point in 2023. We'll get to that later. And you guys are like, this is totally normal. This is just what happens at UVU. People just.
Are you kidding me?
Well, what is she trying to say that it means? I'm sorry, forgive me. I'm stupid. What is she trying to say that means?
Apparently, the Saudi king was after Charlie Kirk, and in 2023, he rode on the same plane that happened to turn on its engine and turn off its engine about the same time that Charlie was assassinated, even though it's an Egyptian plane, and it wasn't where Charlie was assassinated. I don't understand. It certainly wasn't where Erica was, which Erica was with her mom getting cancer treatments.
So what does it mean?
I don't know. But they were following. She said they were following Charlie and Erica, and mainly Erica, and Turning Point. They need to be concerned. Now let's get to tell us about the scary hoodies that the soccer players wore.
Lay over into Wilmington, do things. It's just so foolish. You guys have got to stop the gaslighting if you think your organization is going to survive. I mean, some of that stuff is just untrue. Saying that I went after somebody for wearing a green hoodie is not true at all. We never even covered the green hoodie people on this show. I shared a picture when somebody asked for a picture because they were trying to investigate and identify everyone who was there, which is valid. And the person wearing the green hoodie was not even upset about it. He responded. So that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, what was
whatsoever.
his response? I'd love to know. He's probably his response was like, "Bitch, what are you doing? Why are you putting me out there like that? The fuck?" He's all, "What am I guilty of, Candace? What did I do?"
Picking that color that day. Gosh, I hope gray hoodie is okay today.
And by the way, it would probably feel better to the public if you guys were the ones that were asking questions about who was there on that day. I completely stand by what I said about the people that are wearing maroon shirts. They are going to, I will guarantee you, represent a military unit somewhere. I'm very close to figuring out exactly which military unit that was.
Yep.
Again, trying.
She said it.
Oh my God. She's very close, y'all. She's very close to figuring it out.
Very close to figuring out why in the hell.
You should all just believe her.
Sorry, maroon hoodie wearing.
You maroon shirt wearing losers, murderers, all of you.
Wow.
She's very close to figuring it out.
She's looking up right now at those little stars that are flying around her head.
Just needs one more dream. That'll crack it.
Yeah.
To gaslight us and pretend we're conspiracy theorists, or like that's stupid.
You are a
that's
conspiracy
exactly
theorist.
what you are. You are a conspiracy theorist and a gaslighter, ma'am. And trying to turn it around as if he's gaslighting is complete narcissistic behavior. That's exactly what you do. It's called deflection, and you're it.
And I love, man, good conspiracy theory. I do. But not when it gets out to somebody's walking down and there's a bunch of maroon shirts and somebody happens to be wearing a green one that doesn't match the rest of them. And so, who is this guy? I'm just showing this, but who is this guy? What was he doing on this day? Yeah.
Not a good long-term strategy for Turning Point USA.
Chevy.
Carry on.
The attacks and allegations.
Chevy. Why did I say Chevy? Studson, what is your
Brantley? It's Brantley. Hi, Brantley. I got her. Don't worry. I
had a cup of coffee a while ago. Sorry.
From Candace are either lies or they are innuendos thrown around with a total reckless disregard for the truth. so that Candace can manipulate and string along an audience of people who don't realize they are being played.
Yes.
Instead of being
Amen.
able to grieve properly after one of the most heinous murders in
Yes.
American history,
Yes.
a murder many of us had to witness,
Yes.
my friends have had to endure harassment from people
Yes.
who have gotten whipped up by what Candace is saying.
Yes.
Since the
Yes. Yes. Yes.
day-
All of that. Yes.
Yes. And look, she got a little uncomfortable in her seat.
She's all mad
moving
about
around.
it. That's right,
Yeah.
ma'am. Look at how your behavior is affecting people, Candace. Do you even care?
No, she doesn't
Do
care.
you
You know
even
why?
care?
Wait, let me guess. You loved him more. You loved him more than his people that was with him every single day. And his wife. Because her handlers.
In fact, I would say we have suffered more harassment from these people
Yep.
than we have from Antifa supporters who overtly celebrate Charlie's murder. And just like a lot of those Antifa members, many of these people take this delight in how gross and unpleasant they can
And there's your duper's delight that she's doing right now. Oh,
Mhm.
he's taking it too far. Now he's
As
deflecting.
she's shifting in her seat, all uncomfortable.
Uh-huh.
Some truth bombs are being thrown your way, ma'am. What says
Yes.
you?
You have done nothing different than the people who were on those TikToks celebrating his death. They were harassing these people just as you are harassing these people, except you have a much bigger audience. You are very, very dangerous.
And before this, she had a reputation as somebody who was pretty solid. That's the
Well,
problem.
Yeah.
She
Well,
had a
she's always had the reputation of the conspiracy theory thing and flip-flopping back and forth. I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, I'm this, I'm that. But this is too far. Yeah. You don't like this, do you? And you're about to try to you're about to gaslight because you don't like what was said.
be. What our friends have had to endure is not funny and it's not insignificant. It is evil. I have seen it.
Amen.
Okay, conflating people that are trying to figure out who murdered Charlie Kirk with like Antifa is actually objectively funny. That's an unforced error. They should not have included that in the statement. Somebody in that room was like, should we say that? Should we not? And somebody said, no, we
How do
shouldn't
you
say
know
that.
that?
And then
How do you know that?
That's a complete deflection, acting like
You
she
just made that up.
somebody.
You
Yep.
just made that up, ma'am. Somebody in the room was like, should we include that? Should we not include? How the fuck do you know that?
She doesn't know that. She wants them to think she knows that. She wants
You
us
don't
to,
know shit.
or she wants her viewers and the people who listen to think she knows that because you don't like to be compared to them, do you?
I wouldn't either. I get that.
Yeah.
But
you,
it's
somebody
the shoe
else in the room
fits, bitch.
Ugh. Right. Lace that bitch up and wear it all day long.
said, no, we should, let's keep it in. That second person was wrong. That should have been struck from the statement. It's very
you
silly.
making
Okay. It's
all this
very
shit up.
silly to
Shut
attack.
up.
Right. It's not silly. It's not silly. It's the truth. You have been relentless. These people have not gotten to grieve out of having to constantly battle you and the people that attack for you, which is exactly what you want to happen.
Back your own audiences who are concerned and your own donors who are concerned and say, you're Antifa if you don't accept this absurd Fed slop. If you're not
They
going
didn't
to drink
call you Antifa. They didn't call you Antifa. Don't
Nope.
twist words.
Yeah, ma'am. Don't do that. That's not what he said.
And you know it.
the Fed slop, then you are Antifa. Just not a good idea whatsoever. Okay.
didn't
That is
say
not
that.
what's happening here. You are not the victim. Charlie is actually, he's dead. And to pretend like
Well, Charlie is the victim, so is his wife, and now you're making a lot of other people victims of you.
you are too aggrieved to be able to answer the questions makes entirely no sense. Obviously, if you were actually under a real amount of stress, if you actually were deeply upset that people had you on a list of suspects or thought that you were suspicious, you would just clarify things instantly, immediately. It's so easy. It's free. If someone said, Candace, what were you doing when Charlie Kirk was shot? I'd be like, I was sitting down at my table prepping my show. Like the question doesn't offend me because I had nothing to do.
They owe you nothing.
Right.
And you want
who the hell are you?
right.
Why do they
You-
have to answer any kinds of questions for you? Because you've made up shit, you've had dreams and vibes. Shut up.
They don't have to answer anything. You know why? Because You want to answer about the crime scene. Guess what? Charlie was the crime scene. He was shot. You wanted answers about everything, but you don't want the truth. You want whatever's going to fit your narrative and make you more money. And you don't want Turning Point to keep going because you don't get to run it.
Do with Charlie dying, okay? This is a psychological technique that is failing. It is failing for you. And
No,
you're
it's
upset
not.
because you thought that with time, with the passage of time, people would let the story go, and they didn't. And these reasons that he's about to list.
No, they are under, by the way, a lot of people are under orders to not speak about stuff because of the upcoming court case. Candace, did you know that? Why do I know that
why
and
doesn't
you don't?
why doesn't she understand that there's an active
Gag order.
investigation and trial happening here, and that people do not want to tamper with the jury pool, the evidence, put out false information? See, they have a problem putting out false information. You do not, ma'am. You're fine with it. They don't have to answer any of your questions. You're nobody to anybody. So you don't have the right to demand answers about anything. Who the hell are you?
But because you insisted on running this hate campaign, which that's exactly what this is, and you have ran this hate campaign against Turning Point USA. They are finally responding because you have sent so many people to hate on them. They are now afraid because you know what you've done, Candace? You've put targets on them. Like you say you have a target on you. You said that with zero proof. You have no proof that there's been a hit out on you. None. But because you said it, you got mega bucks, didn't you?
Hi, Vigilant. Good to see you, hon.
Good to see you.
For why they didn't respond and answer any questions are beyond ridiculous. Let's take a listen.
No, it's not.
For months, we have received hundreds, thousands, I suspect, emails and calls asking us to respond.
Yeah.
People have wanted.
Yeah, good. You don't get to grieve, sir. You have to answer our questions. You don't get to run your multi-million-dollar organization. Answer our questions. Look at the look on her face.
The questions that I'm sorry, I don't think she has a right to any of those answers. Wow,
He owes her nothing. And let me ask you this: what would he know about the Egyptian airplanes? You're saying that Erica Kirk has handlers, and he's supposed to respond to that.
So weird.
Yeah, it's very weird for somebody that she broke bread with. Absolutely.
Us to invite Candace on the show. But for a long time, our approach was to say nothing. We did that for several reasons. First, we thought that her prevarications were so absurd that nobody would believe them. We shouldn't have to answer questions about secret tunnels or Egyptian Air Force planes.
Amen.
That sort of thing is just, it's beneath contempt to respond to. The second reason we've said so little, though, is because there's a good rule of thumb, which Charlie followed. Do not feed the trolls. Focus on the mission, reviving America, uplifting young people, making heaven crowded. Don't give air to people who want to tear you down and sow discord. Lastly, we didn't respond because Charlie always viewed Candace as a friend, and we were holding out hope that she would return that friendship and stop what she was doing.
Okay, so the first thing he says there is we didn't respond because it's beneath us. Like, that's just not the right attitude. I mean, that is an elitist.
That's not what he said. He didn't say it was beneath him. He said it was so absurd.
They didn't want to give any of this airtime. They didn't want to give any of this any kind of authentication, or to even give this life. The crap that you're spewing with no proof at all, mind you, on all these months, still nothing more than your dreams and vibes. I haven't seen a shred of proof about anything, yet you're sitting here still demanding answers like you're somebody. I don't understand. Why don't you wait for the trial like everybody else? I'm sure it will come out.
Right.
How is he supposed to answer questions about Egyptian Air Force and red shirts and green hoodies? Like, he probably doesn't even know what the hell she's talking about.
These people tunneling underneath to get Charlie. When the simple answer is this guy that shot him, Tyler Robinson, shot him. That's
And
sadly
do we have any evidence that he tunneled under somewhere to get to him? No, he was on a roof somewhere.
right. Right. And when this comes out, because there are gag orders, she will never apologize. And the thing is sometimes, the simple answer is just the truth. And it doesn't have to be a big case. The difference when Martin Luther King got killed, no matter how you feel about him or felt about him or whatever, when he got killed, they knew who shot him. The guy was arrested. And there was no internet for people to make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars off of him. Because that's what you're doing, Candace. That's what you're doing. So I don't see where this is a hard case. I just don't. I don't see where it's hard. I don't.
Right.
I think if they wanted to hide something, they certainly wouldn't have put his widow in his place at Turning Point. And I damn sure don't think that makes her a bad wife. I think that makes her a great wife.
Attitude. It is beneath us to respond to the very people who showed up in scores because they were so moved by Charlie's assassination that they all poured into the Staples Center, right? And poured their tears out and made videos and donated. It is beneath us to not to then respond to questions that you have that are meaningful because we just think it's so stupid.
They're not meaningful though.
Right.
That's the point. They're not meaningful. They're meaningless. They're
Yes.
ridiculous. They're stupid. They're conspiracies and they're made up. And it is beneath them to waste their time trying to answer you. There's clearly no answer is going to be good enough. It doesn't matter what this man says. You haven't even paused to evaluate your own behavior, not once during this guy's response to you. You have not even paused to say, maybe he has a point. Maybe I did kind of go a little far right there. I should probably watch that. You didn't even pause to take a look at yourself and see if anything he's saying is true. You didn't. All you want to do is come back with your comeback, your response. And you think you're winning this argument and you're not.
She thinks she is like dunking this ball every time she throws it. And for you to, Candace, for you to take his memorial and poo it, let me tell you something. That room, God was there.
Yeah, I wonder if that's why you're so bitter, ma'am.
That was an absolute 8-hour
revival. That's what it was.
Revival.
Those are the words I'm hearing. Revival.
Yeah, that's the way I felt. I felt like
That's
I was
what
at
it
a
was.
revival.
God showed up that day, man, and that's what it was.
Yes.
And you're still here bitter and full of hatred, ma'am. Where is God in you?
She
Where?
wasn't invited, and that's what she's mad about. And maybe it's because you don't have God in you, but you go around saying you do.
Well, I'd like to see some evidence of it, ma'am. I really would.
You
I'd
would
like to see some
suggest.
evidence.
Yeah, me too.
If there was anything
feds
Holy
are-
Spirit in you, if there's anything even remotely close to the Holy Spirit in you, you would be having a gut check right now about some of your behavior, ma'am, and you are not.
Absolutely.
I don't see anything holy in you.
No, I think that you have grown a love of money.
And that is a sad, sad loss.
Yes.
Are involved in an assassination. That's never happened in American history. What? So that's ridiculous.
He didn't say that. He didn't say the government was never involved in an assassination. He never said that. But there you are, you gaslighter, you putting words in his mouth so your audience can say, "Yeah, good, that's right." That's
twisting what he said to make her point. That's all she's doing. That's what gaslighters do. It's exhausting having a conversation with a gaslighter because you always end up questioning your own sanity by the time you leave the table. Like, what did I say? Did I really say that? Is that what I said?
Right. Did I talk about Kennedy? Did I bring up Kennedy? Is that what she's talking about? Yeah, exactly.
Right. And yet
The second thing
she puts out lie after lie after lie with not a shred of proof. And we're supposed to respect that. Somehow we're supposed to just take her word for it anymore. No, ma'am.
says there is Charlie always said, don't feed the trolls. Well, that flies into the face of what he says thereafter, where he says Candace and Charlie were friends. So I'm not a troll. Okay. I'm not a troll. I'm not trolling.
What you're doing is troll behavior.
Yes.
Exactly what you're doing. I don't know if Charlie would be your friend today. I don't know. I don't know the man. I wonder though, I wonder,
I can
because
tell
what you're
you
doing is troll behavior.
that Charlie would never be friends with someone who mistreated his wife. I'll say that. I didn't know him, but the love that he had for his wife and family, he was God first, family next, which is how it's supposed to be, believe it or
Mhm.
not. I know a
And
lot
it
of
is.
people don't think that.
Nope, it is. God
Yeah,
first. God first,
God
spouse
first.
second. Yep.
He would
And
have
it's supposed to be spouse over children too, which is also hard
it is very
to
hard,
believe,
but
but
yeah,
it's true. But
believe
yeah.
me, I got that speech once.
Listen, I'm not saying we're all good at it, okay?
Yeah, I'm not saying
Clearly,
that yeah.
clearly I wasn't.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. But yeah. But no, but
Yeah.
the point is, though, this she is mad trolling right now. And it's interesting to me that these people have tried to love you so much to give you such benefit of the doubt. Maybe she'll snap out of it. Maybe she'll shut up,
Yes.
get it out of her system and then be done. Charlie loved her out of respect for him. We're not going to, go on the attack out of nothing but grace and love. And you can't see it for that at all. Oh no, we're beneath him. Shut up.
I'm asking the hard questions and they don't want to answer the hard questions.
Hated Turning Point and wanted Turning Point to fail. I'm actually the exact opposite of that. And that's why the people believe in me and they trust me, because they feel that I'm the only one that's acting
No,
right.
you want Turning Point to fail now that Charlie's not here.
Right. 100%.
You want it to fail in a big
and somehow
way.
it'll be her victory somehow. If that
Yes.
happens and they do fail, it'll be her victory somehow.
Yes.
We knew it. We knew they were being shady. We knew it. We called it. Disgusting. Wanting his life's work to fail, ma'am. And we're supposed to believe that you have, his back somehow, that, this is all for him.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know. Candace said if anybody was, Charlie said if anybody was going to have his back, it was going to be Candace. Her words. She said that.
Wow.
He didn't
I
say
wonder
Erica.
what he'd say
That's weird.
today.
Yeah.
I wonder what he'd say today.
In the situation. Who wouldn't want to have every stone unturned if they cared about somebody? Who wouldn't want to have every question answered? Who wouldn't be immediately suspicious to see Egyptian military jets? Who wouldn't go, why the hell were these?
Nobody, Candace. Nobody gives a shit about Egyptian military jets.
Well, okay, fine. Be suspicious about military. Okay, fine. For the sake of whatever. Military jet. Okay, fine. Be suspicious. Why does that have anything to do with Turning Point? What is that connection? That's the connection. Maybe they're just there because they're there. Maybe there's some other conspiracy happening that doesn't even involve Turning Point, and the military Egyptian jets are there for some other terrible reason. Who knows? The
They
fact
really
that
weren't
you've
there,
made
but-
all these connections with zero proof is the problem that I have. Hey, Nunya.
Hey, Nunya.
That's the problem I have. You've made all these connections. Who wouldn't be suspicious of people walking around in maroon shirts? Who wouldn't be suspicious of somebody wearing a green hoodie or Egyptian military jets? What does that have to do with Charlie Kirk or Turning Point? You've yet to make that connection. That's the connection I'm looking for. Proof, not a dream, not a vibe. Proof.
Yes.
Jets around Turning Point way before, years before Charlie's assassination. Who is on these
So
jets?
years before his
Instead-
assassination, how can they possibly be connected then? Wouldn't that lead you to believe that there's no connection there whatsoever? If they were there years before the
Absolutely.
assassination?
Anybody
Years
else
before
have
the
jets?
assassination, and you are trying to convince people that somehow they're connected. Shut up.
I do think that she has a lot of Starbucks in her. I will say that. But you ever look up and you see a jet and you can see, the smoke from it, and it leaves like a line in the air.
Chemtrails. Yes, I've heard all about the chemtrails. Yes.
But I never once have I thought, oh, I wonder if they're watching me.
We're
what
being
if they're watching me?
poisoned. The chemtrails. Yes.
Well, I just say I just think it's like something that the jets leave because they're jets, but
I don't
could be
I mean,
poison.
I can't prove it either way. I'm sure I could fall down the rabbit hole and look up chemtrails and convince myself by 5 o'clock tonight that we're being poisoned. I'm sure I could. That's why I don't follow conspiracy shit, because I'll believe them all. I know
Don't
me.
believe that one. Don't believe that. Now, we do have some crop dusters around here that you probably don't want them to spray it on your head. I'm just saying. But I don't think you'll have that problem where you're at over in Nebraska.
Yeah, we don't have crops where I live.
Yeah.
Ed, you're mentioning the Egyptian planes for the fourth time. So I would like to recommit everybody that is watching this to
Listen to this gaslighting tactic. It can't be that he's mentioning it because it's so utterly ridiculous, can it? No. Per Candace,
figuring
no.
out what the hell's going on with
No.
these Egyptian planes because they're nervous about them. Okay. They're mentioned so
They're
many
nervous
times. They're
about
trying to
them.
give the vibe that this is so crazy. No, they are fearful. The
Oh,
Egyptian
really?
planes
Oh,
hold
really,
the key, and that's
ma'am?
obvious even in Blake Neff's statement.
So
But yeah, I am not a
you're seeing him read this comment, read this statement to you, and your opinion is that he's fearful? Wow. I'm not getting fearful from the guy. I'm just not.
And later invites you to face off. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not scared of you.
I'm not getting fearful at all, ma'am. That's weird.
Fed up. I think fed up is probably a better word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's fearful of your made up conspiracy about Egyptian military planes, ma'am.
It is a little scary when someone has the power that Candace has, as far as people want to believe everything she says.
But what's happening, though, that I'm noticing is that more and more people are stepping up and saying that she's crazy cray.
Mhm.
That's what they're saying now. She's a nutter. And you
Yeah.
only have yourself to blame for that, ma'am.
And I have to say this, Tucker and Megan, it's time for y'all to step in and say something. Don't double down and say, I'm not saying anything because people want me to. It's time to have somebody's back, do the right thing.
role. Okay. And people followed what felt to them as authenticity. And it was not you. They were not getting that from Charlie's closest friends. Why is that?
They were grieving and not doing public statements like you.
Right. What don't you get about that? What don't you get about that? She's a young widow who now has this responsibility to not only raise her babies, but now she has to run this multi-million-dollar company, all under scrutiny of you and your trolls. And you expect her to sit down and their people now they owe you some answers? Why? I don't understand. What don't you get about leaving people and letting them fucking grieve? Why don't you ask these questions at trial like everybody else?
And like today, she's talking, and this will be fun to cover. It was Erica Kirk who called for TPUSA to invite me. And that was what I was hoping for. I was truly hoping that Erica said, bring her to me. Bring me the lady.
And is she going to do it?
Yeah, she's going to go.
When is this going to happen?
I don't know.
weren't
But I
getting that.
can't wait. I cannot wait. I want to see you sit in Erica's face and say, you betrayed Charlie. Or sit in Erica's face and say, when I said the people closest to him, I wasn't talking about you, Erica.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're going to say.
From Charlie's most loved pastors. Why is that? Don't blame me for the bad energy that you exuded. Okay. Don't blame me.
Bad
exuded-
energy, Brandy. Bad energy now.
Right. No energy equals bad energy, I guess.
Bad
Because
energy.
they were
God.
grieving.
No proof. Just energy, vibes, and dreams.
That's all
Gone.
we got.
For the
Bad
fact
energy.
that you didn't pass the gut check with the public. That's
Gut
why
check.
you're doing this. Okay.
Good.
That
Does
is why
anyone else hear this language? You guys all hear this language, right?
Yes.
This is a made up bullshit. Gut check, energy, vibes.
Can't sue me because of how I feel. Right.
None
Can't
of that
you-
is proof at all of anything.
No, it's cruel though.
you are doing this because your strategy failed. In fact, this is your
No, they're doing this because they want you to see the truth and they want to make sure you're okay because you're not.
Old school turning point before they put on the faith pants. This is your old school turning point lesson in what the free markets are.
Mhm.
The free market saw what you were offering, right? And they saw what I was offering. You were offering, we should accept this and move on. And I was saying, we need to investigate this. And the free markets said no to Turning Point USA. Anyways, let him.
No, the free market loves a good conspiracy.
What the fuck is the free market? What is that? Does that mean
Us.
the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm part of that, and I don't believe a word you're saying, ma'am.
But people
Don't
love a
speak-
conspiracy.
don't
They
speak for me.
obviously they want it to be. There's a lot of people who want it to be Turning Point who was behind this. There are a lot of people who want it to be Erica who was behind this. There's so many people that want to think that all of this is, it all had to do because he was turning his back on the Israel, and it is simply just not true. He said pull his support, but you know that he meant Bibi Netanyahu. You know that.
Take this away in terms of what he thought, I guess, was the best way to be a friend to Charlie Kirk. What did he think was the best way for them to show that they were friends with Charlie Kirk? Keep going, Blake.
But a week from now, it's going to be 3 months since Charlie's murder. Candace has not changed her behavior. She has continued to spread falsehoods about Charlie's friends, and she continues to concoct new ones about new people. She's using these falsehoods to enrich herself while dividing the conservative movement at an absolutely critical time for this country.
I have to applaud that audacity.
Yeah, and I have to applaud the audacity that you're about to spew out of your mouth.
Right.
I have to applaud it. You
Again,
do.
not one time even pausing to think, am I dividing the conservative movement? Am I being harmful to what I believed in, what I hold dear? Am I somehow, nothing to even kind of self-analyze and see if maybe he could have a point. No, not at all.
And am I enriching myself through this?
Yeah, of course you are. Ka-ching, ka-ching.
These, excuse me here, but like, I'm trying not to swear.
Oh, go ahead, let it rip.
Oh,
Tater
because
Chip.
you're bothered,
These
huh?
men. Okay,
He
this
hit a nerve, did he?
He hit a nerve, and she's about to think. She thinks that she is about to have a gotcha.
company, these amazing lads over here have the audacity to accuse me of enriching myself when they were out there selling t-shirts, okay, of what Charlie died in to enrich themselves. Were they giving those t-shirts away for free at the Staples Centers? No, they were selling kit of what Charlie died in to the tune of $80 million plus that they made in the first 3 weeks, okay? They made their entire budget for the year in the first couple of weeks following Charlie's assassination. And they are attacking me with zero proof that I made a single dollar off of Charlie's assassination. I did not sell a cup. I did not sell a mug. Okay.
No, but you have absolutely made a shit ton of money. And you've made.
Go ahead. Yeah, keep going.
And furthermore, you just sat there and acted like they took one of Charlie's t-shirts that he just so happened to have in his closet that day and threw on, and they replicated it and sold it. Why did you not say and be transparent and that was his merch that he already sold? They already sold it. As a matter of fact, how many free t-shirts did he throw out that day was the same t-shirt he was wearing?
Wow.
How many t-shirts were thrown at the Staples Center, Candace? Are you going to be honest about that?
And she's really going to try to pretend that she hasn't made money off of this?
Yes.
I don't care that you haven't sold it. You've sold nothing but a pack of lies, and it lined your pocket quite nicely. Have you not seen your super chats? We have.
Yeah, we have. We've watched your super chats. We've noticed that you made sure that you've shouted out your sponsors every live stream, to where I almost want to get some beef from you. You've monetized every one of your live streams, and you went way up in the rankings on podcasts.
So you're really
What-
going to sit there and pretend that you haven't made any money off of this?
Yeah.
Wow. Now that's the
And-
audacity I need to admire.
And if you want to say they sold $80 million worth of t-shirts, I'm going to call bullshit on that. Every t-shirt company in the world, my Facebook was full of knockoff t-shirts that people were selling. And what you want to bet, I bet dollars to donuts that you have one of those Freedom t-shirts in your closet because Charlie, I'm sure, gave you one. He wore them all the time. Don't act like it wasn't his merch, because it was. Well,
Wow.
turning points.
She's
she's-
gonna pretend that they did it just for the funeral to make money off of him when it's
Yes.
something they've been selling already for a long time.
Yes.
Their
It's
standard
always-
merch that they've always sold that
yes.
people are probably happy to buy
Yeah.
because they loved him.
And I'm sure that the sales skyrocketed because people, wanted to help support Turning Point.
Mhm.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm sure they did.
But look what they do with their money, Candace, and look what you do with your money. Because they're an organization. I'm not saying that she's not charitable. I don't know that about her. I'm sure she is. I'm saying that they're a nonprofit organization. Yes, they make money. Yes, I'm not saying that they're broke and poor, but what you just did was a stab in the back to everybody there. You know that. And it was a lie. But they got you right where it hurts with you making money off Charlie's death. And you did it the day after he died.
All I did was do what I already do for a living. Okay.
Wait for
I
this lie.
podcast and I investigate things. I investigate things that I feel passionate about. Sometimes it's Kamala's genealogy when she's saying she wants to be the president and things aren't making sense. And I sense that she is lying. Sometimes it's like
I sense that she's lying. God, how grand it must be to be the chosen one. Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lively and Ryan Reynolds when they tried to destroy a man's life who's not even on my quote unquote political team. Sometimes it's Brigitte and why we are colluding with nations to cover the obvious fact that Brigitte was born a male. And this time
And Brigitte wasn't born a male, and you don't even correct yourself right there. Still putting it out. They even showed the birth certificate, Wendy.
And she still won't correct that, huh?
Right. No,
No.
she won't. Not that it matters. It doesn't matter what she was
No, but
born.
it just speaks to her character. It
And it
speaks to her
doesn't-
character.
Yeah.
Proof has been shown that contradicts what you say with your whole fucking chest. Proof has been shown that you're wrong. And instead of being somebody with integrity and acknowledging that, apologizing for putting out false information and maybe growing and learning to check your sources before you just spew your hatred crap, you don't. You
No.
just double and triple down. And
Yes.
whatever your audience, they just believe you. You could say whatever you want and they believe you. Obviously, if they're willing to swallow off of your senses and your gut and your vibes and your dreams, they're just willing to just swallow whatever you say without a shred of proof other than I sense that something's wrong here. Shut up.
Yeah. My gut with you says, I can go back and look at your views and see what you got when you talked about Blake Lively and see what you get when you talk about Charlie Kirk. And I can also say my gut is telling me that in the next 3 months, it'll be just like the last 3 months. Charlie, 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 Charlie. Because you haven't talked about anything else since he was killed.
Rosebud, you don't have to go away. Who's telling you to go away?
What happened?
I don't know. I think maybe someone's playing. I think they're just playing in the chat. But no, you don't have to go away anywhere. She just has to be right. How shameful. I know. She reminds me of Laura in that way.
Is the t-shirt story true? What t-shirt story?
Which part of the t-shirt story? That was low. What did I say? Sweet, why are you picking on me today? You're gonna make me cry. Stop it. What did I
What
say?
just happened?
Did I say something bad? Let me rewind and see what I said. Bad? There's me whining about it. Hold
Is
on.
the T-shirt story true? What? No, you stay right where you're at, Rosebud.
Oh, that I said she was. I said she was like Laura. That's what it
I
was.
think I missed that. I mean, I didn't
I
hear you
said that
say
Candace
that
is
even.
like Laura. Well, I stand by it. All right, I stand by it. She is like Laura.
I'm just waiting to see what the T-shirt story. The T-shirt story is absolutely true. That's always been their merch. They always sell those T-shirts. They still sell them.
No, see, you don't have to. You're fine. You're fine. I thought you were serious. I thought that I really said something bad. I was like, oh no, what did I say?
Oh, being rude to me. Oh, I think she was talking about Candace Zombie, not me.
Oh yeah, she
Personal.
was talking
And it-
about Candace Zombie. I
Yeah.
read her comment. Yeah, that was too. That was about Candace. That wasn't about Randy.
Yeah. It was just a misunderstanding. That's why, writing stuff out it never comes across.
to you. Do you want to know what all of these investigations have in common? Liars who lie and think that the public is too stupid to see through their lies.
And that's
That is how we
exactly-
got into this.
That is exactly what your motto should be, ma'am, because that's exactly what I see come out of you.
Yeah.
A liar who lies, who thinks the audience is too stupid to see otherwise. And that's exactly what happens. Because you've got yourself surrounded by a bunch of yes men who just swallow whatever you say.
Yes.
And you just fill their head with more lies. And for whatever reason, they don't call you on it. They don't want to see proof, I guess. They're just willing to believe whatever you say.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not.
And the people who do want to see proof, well, we're the bad guys. We're the bad people. And
Right, I might as
because
well be flying a military jet out of Utah. Okay.
exactly. And then taking the
I'll get my green
tunnels
hoodie. I'll get my green hoodie and my red maroon t-shirt.
and dig a tunnel. And then we'll be in on the conspiracy. Right.
Ridiculous, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not sell anything. You did that.
Mm-mm-mm. You sold a lot of beef, didn't you? You got a whole bunch of new subscribers, a whole bunch of new members, a whole bunch of super chats.
You guys did that. You guys continued to do that. You guys wanted to just move on and to grift off of Charlie's legacy.
Grift.
I dedicated myself to figure
Wow.
Are you kidding me right now?
Wow. I'm sorry. Do they not have the right to speak of their loved one? You're
Only
not
you?
anything in this picture, ma'am. You're nothing. You're not related to them. You're not related to Charlie. You're nothing. They can speak about their fallen family member for as long as they want to. It's not a grift. The fucking nerve of you to even use that word.
Hey, Frogman. I don't like her either.
Grift.
I used to. I used to have some respect for her. I have zero respect for her now. None. She has shown zero proof. She's even going to bring up the bullet and say like
Yeah.
she knows something about it with zero proof.
I cannot believe she just used the word grift.
I can't
It's like
either.
the nerve, man.
I wouldn't even say that about her, but I will say it now. You've grifted off your dead friend since the day he died. And somehow you have made his assassination about you, Candace, and it doesn't make sense. Oh, they're coming after me too. Why? Why would
Why?
they be coming after you?
You're
You
not
weren't even
spilling any
allowed.
truth.
Right,
Why would
you
anyone
weren't-
come after you? You're not spilling any truth. You're not putting anything out other than your vibe. Like, it makes no sense.
Colin, turn him. What do you think Charlie would say about this? What do you think, Candace? I guarantee you that you're going to make up in your mind that he would be supporting you all the way, right? I'm sure you would. I'm sure you
Charlie
would
would
tell
want
yourself that.
answers. He
Yeah.
would love what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Sure. He would love me to read one sentence that he wrote and make a complete lifestyle change for him. Yeah. That's that passes the vibe check.
Out who murdered him. So, anyways, he does get to the point here, which is that they are willing to finally address things head on. So I will let Blake say that.
And far too often, we here have heard from ordinary people, people who loved Charlie and who Charlie loved so much in return. These people have expressed the worry that we are staying silent out of cowardice or as some sort of tacit admission that some of the attacks are true. Neither is the case. Our silence has never been, and it will never be, equal to complacency or approval. Still, we decided Charlie would not allow this to go on. Charlie was not a coward. Charlie was a fighter. Charlie would not allow someone to spread lies about the people closest to him with impunity. And he would feel ashamed if other people were stepping up to defend his friends while he never did so
Look at that
himself.
smile on her face.
Yeah.
Candace
so
has
proud of
mentioned several
herself.
times
Yeah.
that the ball is in our court. So here's what is going to happen. In the near future, there will be a live stream here in Phoenix where we address in a clear and comprehensive way the claims and accusations, the false accusations that have been made against Charlie's family, friends, and the people here at Turning Point. We plan to walk through everything carefully and thoroughly. If Candace is available, we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream at our studio here in Phoenix. At this point, we believe the ball is back in her court.
So just so you know, everyone in her chat was like, no, Candace, don't go. They're going to assassinate you.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Our motivation for doing this is not out of any obligation to Candace. It is about honoring Charlie. We feel a deep responsibility to protect his legacy,
Yep.
his work, and the truth. I feel that. I owe Charlie everything in my life. I feel it immensely. And that is why we feel compelled to speak clearly and openly now. We'll have more on this in the near future.
Yay! Finally, you didn't have to get through all that shade that you were throwing me to get to the point that you were willing to answer questions.
He wasn't throwing you shade. He was directly responding to the bullshit that you have shoveled for 3 months. You didn't like that, did you?
Yeah, you didn't like that at all.
Okay, because that's what Charlie did for a living. How could you guys think that you were just going to continue on and pretend like people asking meaningful questions was somehow an attack? That's what he did for a living. He stood up on college campuses and he debated people.
And he never attacked, Candace. You did. You attacked people. You belittled
all
people.
your lies.
Yes. Well, when she would be on stage, she would belittle people who asked her questions. Charlie never did that. He never.
Right, Jess? It sure does. That was a big F-U face right there. She's all, yay, all upset,
Mm-hmm.
all mad. He hurt your fifis, didn't he, Candace?
You didn't think that he would go toe to toe with you. That's what you didn't think. And you damn sure didn't think Erica would. And I hope Erica puts it on you. I really do. Because I do think that she has enough anger and hurt in her to tear a face off. I do.
But the problem is that she'll get judged for that. Erica
Oh,
can't
yeah.
do anything right or wrong. Everything she does is going to be scrutinized. The woman can't even go outside in a pair of pants.
Yeah, you didn't even hear Candace say, that's just how Erica hugs. Let's get off her back. Because there's many pictures of her hugging people the same exact way. But you couldn't even have her back on that, could you, Candace?
Of course not. Of course not.
And he sat there principally and debated people because he felt that he had the moral high ground, okay? And that if those people disagreed with him, he could bring them over to his side. You guys have been actually acting and embodying the opposite of Charlie Kirk's spirit, okay? And you did it even in this. It was like one big character assassination. And it wasn't to me. That's what you guys don't understand. You're not attacking me. You are attacking millions of people around the world who watched a man, an innocent man, be publicly executed and then watched what felt very much like the state collude to feed us absolute horseshit about what took place on that day.
No, that is not what happened. They acted with the decorum that they were supposed to act with all the way up until this point where they've had enough of your bullshit and you sending your flying monkeys after them. That's what they're doing. They did nothing wrong. They know who shot Charlie. But you're going to carry on, Candace. Go ahead and, again, say, even though you say, I have never said that it wasn't Tyler Robinson who shot Charlie. She said that. I've never said that. She said,
Okay, 30-06 bullets do not get stopped by human necks because they eat healthy. They don't.
and that was never said. Never said.
And yes, you guys are a
Didn't Kennedy get shot with a 30-06? And excuse me, the bullet was in him. The magic bullet that supposedly went in him, out him, shot the other guy, and went back in him. 30-06.
part of that apparatus of people who made us feel, and you've expressed it here, like you were too good to answer questions. We are already said, I got on stage and I told you that I'm Charlie's pastor. I told you I'm his best friend. I told you. You guys have even allowed people to inject themselves into his legacy that Charlie didn't even like. And we're supposed to believe you're doing this because you're his friend?
You don't know who Charlie liked. You've been wrong about who Charlie liked. Just because he disagreed at that time doesn't mean he didn't like him. You were in his life, but not all the way in his life, Candace. Come on.
Because you're committed to truth. You sat there and allowed the very people who pressured Charlie.
She is big bothered stitching girl, and I love it. And I guarantee you that today she is even bigger bothered if it really was Erica who called her to the carpet.
Towards the end of his life to try to claim his whole legacy, and you're pretending we are the
Brian,
ones that are immoral? You're upset.
You are immoral. You have attacked a grieving family. You've lost your morals a long time ago. You can't see that.
Because you got caught lying. You're upset because you got caught with your pants down, but you cannot blame me for
Lying
that.
about
Okay?
what? Prove it. Show one proof
Yeah,
of any
please
family line.
name the lie. Name the lie. I'm waiting to hear it. What lie? What lie, ma'am? I haven't heard you prove one thing to be a lie that anyone has said. That man kept his complete cool and composure. You're over here going off big bothered and mad because he dropped a few truth bombs on you and you can't stand it.
Right. Because those people are running the organization that you thought you'd be running. Guarantee you that one of her first thoughts was, I'll carry Charlie's legacy and run Turning Point. I know she thought that. And she got scorned right off the jump when they didn't even want her at his memorial.
That's
But when
what it
they,
is. Her
yeah, that's
her narcissistic ass can't handle that at all.
no.
She cannot believe it. So therefore, the only explanation, the only thing that makes sense is that somehow they're behind this somehow. And she's going to turn over every stone and dream every dream and, check every gut until she finds it. And she's this close, y'all. She's this close to figuring it out.
Yeah. I'm about to figure out what those maroon shirts mean.
I'm this close to figuring it out, y'all. Jesus.
These were your own errors. These were your own lies. And I was not going for a single second to let up on the pressure. In fact, I have been so strategic.
They knew that, Candace. They knew you weren't going to let up because you're making millions.
Right. Yeah, we know the reason that you're not going to let up, and it has nothing to do with putting them in the hot seat at all, because you haven't.
Yeah,
You haven't put any proof out at all, anything undeniable, nothing. You put out nothing but ridiculous guesses and scenarios that you've made up in your head.
Yes, Jonathan, they are. Right. And they pay you to do it. It's crazy. I bet you're making about $20,000 a week. You know that she's got people trying to sponsors coming out her ears now. But it's not about money, is it, Candace? It's about doing what's right.
That I've been holding on to certain information, hoping
Sure you
that
have.
you would acquiesce.
you
We've heard
have.
that before.
We've been hearing that since day one, bitch. We've been
Yep.
hearing that since day freaking one. I've been holding on to stuff. I got stuff right here in my back pocket. Well, put it out.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Let's see it. Let's judge it for ourselves. Do you not trust us to use our own eyes and brains to decipher you the secret bomb you've got ready to drop? Put it out.
If you had it, it'd be out. It would have been out
That's
when he
what I think
called
too.
you
She
out.
doesn't have shit, and the longer she can keep people on the hook, the more money she makes.
Yes, and the more trouble she stirs up and the more pain she causes, and she seems to enjoy that.
To have a public conversation because I want to look you in the eye and I want to challenge you to lie to me because I care deeply about what happened to Charlie on that day. I don't think we're getting the truth.
Do
and
you?
I do believe that because you are not forthcoming about the information that you have about Charlie texting you guys and saying that he thought he was going to be assassinated that very next day.
Show
You know what?
the
Okay,
text.
here's the thing. I don't know if he texted that or not. Listen, I know it's gonna sound weird to people, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes God just tells you things. He does. And
I
maybe
believe
God
that.
gave him a word of knowledge and said, look, I'm calling you home tomorrow. Like maybe he did. Maybe he got the heads up from God. You don't know. He might have. I could see God doing that. Brace yourself. Everything's going to change tomorrow. I could totally see that. Sometimes you do get a word from God. And if he's shared that with someone that he's close to or whatever, what does that mean other than he got a word? He got a word from the Lord. Because how else would he know that? Are you saying that that Tyler texted him and told him that? Like what? I don't understand. What does it mean that he texted someone and said that? What does that mean? He knew he already knew he was a target.
Exactly, Renee. Yes.
And sometimes I'm telling you, sometimes you do just get a word from the Lord, and they call it knowledge. They call it the word of knowledge. It's a gift. It's a spiritual gift. It's knowledge that you get. There's no other way that you would have this knowledge if not by just divine intervention.
Mm-hmm.
And you just know things. And sometimes you don't even know that it's true until after it happens, and you think, I knew that. I knew that was happening. I knew that was going to happen. I feel like God himself told me that was going to happen. It's happened to me. You can think I'm crazy all you want, but it has happened to me before.
No, I don't think you're crazy. I believe
And I
you
can
1,000%.
totally understand that he could have gotten a word of knowledge from the Lord about his shortened life.
Well, she showed a private text where he said, I know that I'm going to die young.
There you go again. And what does that mean? What does that mean in her brain? That somebody planned this assassination? That he was in on it somehow? Like, what does that mean to you, Candace? Look at your fucking crazy eyes. You got the crazy eyes, bitch. Look at them eyes. Them crazy eyes. You fucking scare. I see evil in your eyes. I see demon. That's what I see. Fucking frightening. That's right, Renee. God warning you about something. God telling you something is coming. It happens. It doesn't happen to everybody and doesn't happen all the time. It wouldn't be special then. Sometimes it just happens though. And maybe that's what happened with Charlie. I don't know. I'll ask him when I get there.
That's what she should be focused on, in my opinion.
Right. But my question is, what does that mean? What does it mean if he knew that and that text message was there? What does it even mean? I don't get it. What does that what's part of that conspiracy?
And what are you going to say when they show Tyler Robinson confessing? He's lying. He's lying for Bibi Netanyahu. Is that what you're going to say? He's lying for the European planes?
With all the maroon shirts and the green hoodies.
Or are you going to
sound
say, you know what?
ridiculous.
I'm so sorry that I put y'all through this because in my throes of grief, I could not sit down and make a coherent thought, much less a coherent sentence.
And you certainly couldn't put out a shred of proof.
No.
Look at them crazy eyes. Do you see those eyes? Y'all see it, right? Tell me it's not just me.
I see it, but I also see that she's very mad. I don't think that she ever thought, I think she thought that Turning Point would keep letting her bully them because that's what she's done. Because they hold God so close. They don't want to do this stuff. They don't mind debating, but they're not going to debate the murder of their friend. That's what they didn't want to do.
And
But
why
they're
should
gonna
they have
do it.
to? And why
Right.
should they have to? It's fucking disgusting. It's gross.
And she never thought that they would call her on her stuff.
Well, you need to put those crazy eyes away, ma'am.
Yeah,
They're
put
freaking
them
me
up.
out.
Put them up.
Okay. The day that he died, Charlie knew, said he thinks he was going to be killed tomorrow. And you guys are sitting on that information. So I'm the
And-
right person.
and what?
Yeah.
And
I'm
what?
the right person to sit.
And what? They're sitting on that information and what? Clearly they're not sitting on it because you've been blathering about it for 3 months.
Show it.
So it's obviously out. And what? What does that mean?
Does
that
it mean
he
they
knew.
did it? Does that mean they did
honestly.
it? And I want to know why. All because he said, I'm thinking of pulling my support.
I just don't even understand what it means. What does it mean? So what? What does it mean that that text message is out there? It's been out there. We've all heard you say about it. You've been talking about it for months. It means nothing.
across from you and to ask you questions, right? Some things that you told me on that day, they're not adding up. I think the entire world
We
would like to
want to
see this
hear
discussion.
you call them on that. Things that you told me that aren't adding up. Because at first they were communicating, weren't they? And then you went live about them.
Yeah, good to know that you were only communicating with them to make sure you had a show to do.
Yes.
You nasty hag.
They were communicating with you and you were communicating with them because you thought you were going to be asked to take Charlie's spot.
You selfish bitch.
His wife can no longer be a stay-at-home mom, Candace. She's now a working mom.
I think you can do it in Charlie's honor. I'll sit there. You pick a place and time. We could have done this today, by the way. You didn't have to read all that. Okay. We all have.
Oh, but yes, he did.
You're so mad about it. You're so mad about it. I love it.
I want to high five and hug that guy so
You're
bad.
so mad
And if
about
I ever get to hug him, I'm going to put my hand right the hell in his hair.
He didn't break a sweat, and you're over here having a whole tanty over it. I love it.
She's got a lot of relevance, and it's good to see you, Debbie. She's got a lot of relevance, but she's just ruin yourself, Candace. That's what you're doing. Ruin your credibility.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening more, I think, more so than not, is that the longer she goes with this ridiculousness
Mhm.
and puts out zero evidence, the more she talks, the less she shows. I think more and more people are starting to see right through her.
I hope.
That's
Golly,
what
I
I'm
hope.
hearing anyway. That's what I see on the internet. Is that people are talking about how crazy she is now. She's a nutter.
Yes.
She's losing her mind.
We could have done a
Yeah.
live stream. We could schedule a live stream. We can raise
No.
money.
He doesn't want to do a live stream where he's a guest on your channel.
Right. And raise money? I'm sorry, what? Didn't you just get through calling them grifters? What are you talking about raising money?
We want to raise money for. Let's say.
For Turning Point USA if you promise to answer every question.
I love how she thinks she's in charge of a damn thing. Go sit down.
You're
Go
the guest.
Sit down.
You're the guest. They're the important ones in this.
Right. They will entertain your shenanigans on their channel, man.
And you just called them grifters for raising money for Turning Point USA. You asshole, you.
But
that
now
I
it's
have,
okay. Now it's okay to raise money if it's on her channel. It's okay to raise money for Turning Point. But oh my God, don't sell a t-shirt. Don't do that.
Don't
Don't sell your merch that you've been selling for years. Don't do that.
And I even went and checked. I checked that day, the day that he died, I went and looked at their merch to see if that shirt. I don't know why I even did that, but
I bet you thousands and thousands and thousands of people did that.
yeah,
The man
probably.
became a national hero overnight. All of a sudden, everybody knew who he was.
Yeah. I mean, and I already knew, but I had never been to their website. I knew who Charlie was, but I had never been to Turning Point's Facebook page, their group, nothing. Now I'm a member. But at that point I wasn't.
Yeah.
But I knew who he was and I watched him and I admired him. I still do.
Yeah.
Her, not so much now.
Yeah.
And it's not hard. It's not difficult if you are telling the truth to answer questions. When you are emoting so much and
He
you're
said he's going to answer your questions. You go ahead and keep gaslighting though.
upset at the inquiry and you're playing this game, like
He's not upset at the inquiry. He's upset at the accusations, Candace.
And he should be. Are you
Mhm.
going to answer any questions, Candace?
Yeah.
Because I have questions for you. Do you plan on answering any? Because I'd like my first question is going to be, show me the proof of X, Y, and Z. In fact, that's all my questions are going to be. Show me the proof of this. Show me the proof of this. Show me the proof of this. It should keep you nice and busy. But see, you think you're going to get on an interview and you're going to ask all the questions. You're not going to have to answer any. That's how you think this is going to go. Look at Sweet. She said, if Candace ends up being right, Laura's going to go live and make fun of you both.
I know. I'm live. I'll be out. We're gonna be off soon. Oh, Candace Owens has me stirred up and Wendell too.
I can't stand this
I'll
bitch.
be up here to stick it.
Every time you make me go live about her, expect the same.
Yes. Well, he knows that.
I haven't liked her since the first time we talked about her.
The poor Jim. Poor Jim. He has to hear this when you don't. Like, oh, did you watch Candace today? He's like, I didn't. She blah, 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 blah.
You know I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what she said. Great.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Debbie. I miss you. I do. I miss you.
or
Yes,
David
thank you,
Hogg and
Debbie.
why I survived Parkland. So how dare you question my authority on anything? Not a good long-term strategy. It's not going to be effective long-term. And I think you're learning that lesson because 3 months on with the entire mainstream media on your side and attacking me, which you guys didn't even stand up for me when you knew they were lying about me.
What's that I taste? Is it salt?
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Say, Mom.
Yes.
That in and of itself.
Well, you sure paid them back then, didn't you, Candace? You sure got you're sure showing your motives, ma'am. Your motives are leaking everywhere, honey. You're paying them back for that now, huh? They didn't stand up for you, so you're going to go on a 3-month smear campaign.
Yep.
And
blame
force them
those-
into talking about you. Force them into talking with you. That's what your plan is. And
Mhm.
making all the coin, all the money you can make to make a name for yourself.
Yep.
I hope it's worth it in the end, honey. I hope it is.
Yeah. And I hope you find yourself again so you can do what you used to stand for.
You should be ashamed of.
Wow.
You should be ashamed to sit across from people who did everything they could to stop Charlie's rise, breaking bread with them and refusing to have a conversation with me. And you know that I cared about Charlie. Have you
Wow.
no shame?
Look at them
We're going to
sour
find
grapes.
out.
Look at
You
them
can pick the
sour,
place.
sour
You can pick the
grapes.
time.
Yep.
I say we do it tomorrow. We don't need to plan for this. We don't need lawyers.
They didn't want anything to do with you, Candace, because they asked you. We know how you feel. It's understood. You, America first, America only. We get it. But please don't get on stage and do this to Charlie. And what did you do, Candace? You got up there and talked shit about Israel when Charlie stood with Israel. That's why you weren't allowed to speak anymore. And that's why they didn't have your back, because they stood with Israel and you knew that. It doesn't make them a bad person. It makes them have a difference of opinion than you. That is what I don't understand, why a difference of opinion has to equal hate. But here we are.
No, right? Welcome to the internet.
Yeah. And someday you'll see. You'll see. Okay, and that's it. The rest of it is advertisements and her selling beef.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Sell
Which I
your beef,
mean,
Candace.
I've looked it up. It's really, really expensive, but I'm always hungry by the time I watch her. So I was like, man, I would really, really love a big fat steak like that.
Ridiculous.
I would
It's
love
really
to
stupid.
confront her and ask her, what is your motive? I don't want to fist fight her. I don't want to nothing like that. I just want, what are your motives? How do you think?
I think she just told what her motives are. They didn't have her back,
Mm-hmm.
and she's mad. And she's
Yeah.
been mad for months. And that's why she's trashing him as much as she can. She hasn't
What?
shown a shred of proof, which I don't understand why not. You've been live 1,000 times.
Right.
It's been months and months and months of the same shit. Vibe check, dreams. I'm this close. I've got this in my back pocket, this in my purse. You showing nothing, proving nothing, all because they didn't have your back.
And let's be honest. Let's be completely honest, because people don't like to do that. Even if I didn't agree with Bibi Netanyahu, you think I'm ever going to get in his face and be like, I don't agree with you. You know who I'm not going to pick on? Him. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I don't. I think
You
it's
wouldn't
just
do it.
to
I
annoy
wouldn't let
Wendy
you
now.
do it.
I think
if
it is
you-
too, sweet. I think it is too. Sorry. Go
If
ahead.
Wendy fixed her mouth to go at Bibi Netanyahu, you would see her little legs fly up in the air so quick where I'm tackling the hell out of her. You wouldn't know what to do.
Let's be real. It would not be me. It would be you. You're the panicker. I am not.
I am the panicker. But also, I value, waking up tomorrow. I'm not going to pick a fight that I can't win.
Yeah.
You
Well-
pictured it, didn't you, sweet? I did too.
Don't be making fun of my little legs. They're long enough. They reach the floor.
After she jumps.
That's right. Oh, man.
Wow. I really enjoyed this though, because I feel like I got it off my chest.
I know.
That lady
She
in
just
Canada, good to
irritates
see
me.
you too.
Hey, lady in Canada.
Really good to see you.
Thank you for showing up. Thanks for stopping in.
Yes.
Yes. I'm glad you feel better. I'm enraged. So I'm going to have
I
to
feel
play
like
my
I got a
game.
lot off my chest, even though I know she's live and wasn't listening. But I hope, Candace, you catch the replay.
Yes,
That's what I hope.
I'm sure she will be very entertained and definitely wants to know how we feel about it. I think just as far as the, you don't represent the whole internet. We're on the internet, and you certainly don't speak for me, ma'am.
No, you never have. You've never spoke for me. Never. I mean, okay, people, somebody wrote in here that even people in France call that woman, the guy's brother, he proved, sadly, that she had to prove that she was born a woman. And I hate that shit. I really do.
Why? Because why? What does that have to do with a damn thing?
Nothing.
That's
nothing.
Again, that's my point. Like, what does that have to do with anything? What does that prove? If what if she was a man and
Right.
what?
Does that change her values?
Does
it
that
change
mean
her
something?
character?
Does that mean that she killed Charlie now? Like, what does that mean? I don't even understand like where your head goes, Candace. All these conspiracies, but you never tell us like what they mean. I'm still fucking lost on what you're actually trying to say. Because you never just say it. You just say that we have questions. What? What are your fucking questions? I have
You're
questions.
full of shit,
Are you going to
Candace,
answer any of them?
Yeah, I cannot wait. And I'm telling you, I cannot wait until that live stream. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be taking notes. We're going to go over point by point by point. I cannot wait. And I don't care if only 2 people's here to watch us.
No, we'll be there. I'll be there. I'm sure. Just wait, Wendy. The proof is coming. Probably. Yeah, right. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been hearing that crap for months.
Yeah.
It's on
We
its
think
way.
you're full of shit and we're about to prove it. How about that, Candace?
Honestly, she thinks she's going to get them in the hot seat and they're going to have to answer all these questions. I would like to know if she's going to answer any questions because I've got some. I
Yeah.
can't be the only one.
Or maybe they'll sell tickets and we can score some to go to that show.
No. I don't think I can be trusted in the live audience, but I'm probably safer behind a mic. I'm just saying.
Yeah, me too. I would not be safe in the audience. I wouldn't. I'm too invested.
Yeah. In the live audience that will get escorted out quickly.
Yes.
It will be on the news. It'll be a whole thing.
Yeah. Wendy's little feet swinging off that chair. Like ding a ding a ding a ding a ding.
He had tall chairs, man. What do you want?
Look up Macron, she and wife Angela. Jess Fletch. She's like, I'm not letting it go.
All right. Well, this was
Yes.
fun. Thanks for this, Randy. Appreciate it.
I warned you though. I
Get
did.
me all riled up.
I think Brigitte is a good looking woman. I don't know. Thank y'all so much.
Here's what I can tell you. I don't give a fuck if she's a man.
I do not care if that lady has a penis. I
Don't care. Not interested. Don't care unless it means something. Tell me what it means. What am I supposed to be outraged over? That they didn't tell you, Candace? You weren't in on it? She didn't run it by you first? What is
didn't
the problem?
defend you. She didn't defend you whenever you needed her to. Did that happen?
Go cry some more.
Yeah. You need a friend like Wendy then. You should have got you a Wendy that always has your back because your friends have your back.
That's right.
Especially when you're weak. Take a link, Candy.
Candace needs a Wendy in her life. I'll volunteer. I'll do it.
Yeah, imagine
that's a conversation I'd love to have.
That's a job I would have for 15 minutes because you'd see Candace's legs up in the air when I tackle her down and say, "Stop!" That wasn't green Martians flying the plane. Stop.
Tell me about the maroon shirts. Tell me, why am I supposed to be outraged about red shirts? Should I be throwing mine away? Does it mean something? If I wear a red shirt out in public, am I going to get jumped? What's going on? Now tell me about the green hoodie. What does that mean?
It come to find out it means nothing. Guy got in touch with her and said, "Hey, it was me and my bad. My mama laid it out that day. I don't know."
So did she apologize? Did she tell, all of the internet that's supposedly believing her horse shit that, she was wrong about that? It was
probably
nothing.
Not. She probably said, "Well, I just thought it was interesting. Thank you. Bye."
Makes me mad. It's irresponsible. And we've been saying that for the beginning too. It's irresponsible. You have too big of an audience to act like this.
Yeah. Like we should be if we had conspiracy theories, we could be throwing them out left and right. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to hear us. Our people here, we love y'all. And y'all would be like, y'all are wackadoos. And we're like, we know.
Absolutely.
But somebody with an audience that big that believe everything that she says. Like I can tell y'all stuff I looked up for myself and it's still like, did that really happen?
Yes. All right. All right.
We got to go. My husband is, thank God it's Friday. Woo. He is home.
All right. Next week, we're doing Sarah Boone calls on my channel. It'll be fun. Don't listen to them. Wait till we do them on my channel. It'll be fun. All right. I love you guys.
I hate that I'm about to say this, but be there or be square.
It's always fun to laugh at Sarah Boone. I love it. I love it.
Always.
So bye, y'all. Bye, everybody.